So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Cloud Ninja Podcast. Today, we're joined with our regular co-host for Game the Third, and today we're joined with our special guest filling in, or potentially filling in. You have no idea. We have no idea, to be honest. For my
Mhm.
guy Mello, Kido Maki. I still gotta
What's
find
up?
a
What's
last
up?
name for my guy Kido Maki.
Hiro Maki.
Facts. My guy be trying to tell me it's Maki. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, his first name is Kiddo, and then his last name is Maki.
It's the same word, bro. It's like saying your last name is Nino, or your last name is No, and your first is Ni. Yeah.
Facts, true. Okay, I guess you gotta. What's your last name? B.
It could be that.
um,
Yeah, basically. To be honest, when I first started my YouTube channel, I thought a last name was necessary. That's why I just put B. I just kept it at Barra.
It is.
To
It
be honest.
is. It rolls off the sun better.
Facts. So what's good with you, Kino Maki? Did we talk to you about the last chapter
Nah,
or
Kiddo
did,
um,
was Kiddo was
I'm not
fixing his
sure.
car at the time when we was doing the chapter review.
oh
Nah, that was a
yeah.
long time ago.
Nah, that was just recently when you said sorry. I was fixing my car or something like that.
Nah, remember that I think we did a podcast after that, and
Mm.
we I think we spoke about the what's it called again? What did we speak about? The entire like Kawaki thing and is he evil or that podcast?
Yeah.
Oh
You're right. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
So was that before? I think that was before chapter 11. Was it?
Yeah, it was.
probably. Yeah, I think so.
I guess. Well, I guess. Well,
No,
I
it
guess we could
definitely
ask
was.
you.
I'm
How
looking
was
at
your
our
thoughts on?
content. It was.
What
All right,
happened in
facts.
chapter 11 again?
Oh
Let
yeah.
me go
So
refresh my memory.
yeah, Himawari essentially teed up. She ran a muck shot. My guy Karma. We also got not
Ah,
Himawari. We got Hidari finally showing some of his powerful moves. Actually put Sard in her place. Shout out to Sard if actually did a little something. I ain't gonna throw too much
sure.
shade. Yeah, Boruto's back. Looks like he came and saved the day. Some people didn't necessarily like that. We had a conversation last part about if Boruto was
Mm.
too powerful. I think he's not. Just a spoiler, but so yeah,
Yeah.
a few things happened in the last chapter. So, what was your thoughts?
Oh, well,
Or if you,
I think it was a good chapter in general. I don't think Boruto was too powerful because he didn't do anything really. I guess if you count him like speed blitzing Kawaki, because that definitely was a speed blitz. So I guess you could say it's a bit. Uh, it, it it can get weird when Kawaki gets faster because like if Boruto is this fast at this point in base, right? Like how they explain Boruto not getting from point A to point B when he activates the Karma Seal or when he's using a Jougan,
Hmm.
So the speed is a bit ridiculous in base, I will say, since he has other additives that he's not currently using. Then you have Kawaki. Kawaki will have to like catch up to Boruto's speed. So
Could it be
his
contribute
movements.
to his training though? Like he learned to not rely on Momoshiki, kind of like Naruto did
Yeah,
with Kurama.
yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, there's a reasoning for it, but I'm just saying that they didn't need to make him that fast,
Mm.
in base, and then because he's going to use the Karma Seal, like we saw this in episode 1. He's going to go back to using the Karma Seal again. So of course he's gonna. It's like Naruto. He learned Sage Mode. Then he went back to Kurama later on in the series. It's the same formula. There's nothing different happening here. So he's gonna go back to the Karmacy. He's gonna get an additive again, and that's gonna make him even faster and stronger. So I guess you can make the argument for speed, especially since he already has Flying Thunder God, instantaneous transportation. So yeah,
Mm.
it's a bit insane. But overall, I think the chapter was really good. Himawari, of course. A lot of people thought she was going to win for some reason, which was ridiculous. If you've read manga, yeah, it's clear that she wouldn't have won. Jura is the main villain. Himori isn't a protagonist. It's very simple.
So you say he's the main villain. Mello would say otherwise.
Well, I guess I would disagree with Mello. So yeah, he's definitely the main villain. I'm not sure. You can look at the six path symbols and so on. It's pretty clear. So yeah, she wasn't gonna win that fight. That was very clear. Sarada wasn't gonna win that fight. That was very clear. It's just like if you've read enough stories, you understand how stories operate. So yeah, it was nothing surprising happened in the chapter aside from what Boruto did with the speed blitzing. That's the only thing that was surprising to me. But overall, it was a good chapter in my opinion.
Well, coming off the heels of this chapter right here, Himawari got active, Sarah got active. You mentioned just now. If you were to project, like, who do you think is like or would be like the strongest out of the two of them, Himawari or
Sarada and
Sarda?
Himura. Well,
Yeah.
if this was part one, I'd say Sarda because she's like the heroine of the story. She's the soccer of the series. But then it seems like they've taken a different route. There was like seeds planted in part one referring to her power and stuff, but even then you'd still see her as like a secondary character, like a might guy. He'll sprout up once in a while and then fade back into the background. But then you have the entire title change to Blue Vortex. You have this thing referenced in the Minato manga, and they've like shown a heavy focus on Himawari. So a shift did occur. I'm not sure if they're gonna like continue this way. If they do continue in the two blue vortex shift, I think Himawari might edge out Sarada by the end of the series.
Heyo?
But if not, and they continue, the typical shonen formula, then I think Sarada edges out Himawari.
Heyo.
Yo, what's up?
Not what I was saying Heyo to, but
Who's
Yeah,
that?
trip.
old dude,
listen,
man?
Keto,
go,
Keto.
Udis.
You're
Who's
you're
this
thinking
old
you're
guy,
thinking
man?
you're overthinking it, okay?
Who's this
You don't have to look at
old guy,
Sarada's the main
bruh?
heroine. She's an A
Why is
character,
this
whereas
old? Why is
Himawari's
this?
a B character. Himawari's not a ninja in part one. Himawari's just some girl. Part one is not
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
questions.
No, that's why I said
Who's
like
this
if
old
it
guy that
depends on which
infiltrated
one.
the freaking podcast? Who are you? Who's this
Oh,
old dude?
screenwriter,
Bro,
what's up?
bro, that is not Hootie, bro.
That's
No
That
one
is
me.
can know
not
that's
me,
Hootie.
bro.
No,
That's
this whole
That is
podcasting thing,
not.
it's been really stressful. So I don't know if I look different or what, but yeah, it's
I
been
mean,
making its
I
life
mean
out of
that
me, I
that
swear.
is his room, so I don't know.
it's definitely his room. I know that headboard. No pause, but yeah. No, I'm sorry. I just had to make it
So,
funny. Go ahead.
so Udi, who do you think will be stronger? So you're saying it's gonna be Sarda for sure?
So, okay, really the only problem, or not problem, the only debatable instance of this is if Himawari is actively using Ninetales mode right now, like base to base, it's Sarada. The only time where Himawari can even at all scale upwards would be with the Ninetales, because like not only is Himawari just at least 3 years behind Sarada in terms of like training, and that's just in terms of the time skip. That's regardless of like her being a ninja all throughout part one and having the Sharingan where she can like barely use the Byakugan and all this other nonsense that she's just like genius from like the freaking Sasuke Uchiha. And to be fair, like Himawari is from Naruto, but like
She can use
Himawari's not
the Byakugan.
been
Wait, hold up. She can
training.
use the Byakugan at will.
Okay, that's anime, and I don't think she's used it once in the manga. Because I'm not going to count the Naruto's Hokage thing as like
How can you not
manga.
count canon? What is this? This is crazy.
Listen, lock on mode doesn't count. Okay,
Not
we're
lock on
talking
mode.
like
They
base
had a
base
whole
normal
Himawari.
scenario.
They had a whole Himawari arc with Kawaki, and she used it at will.
The better question is, who do you think is going to be stronger at the very end of the series?
That's what I think. That was the question.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, not
I was asking
currently?
more of a projection. Nah, not currently. More of like a projection type of thing.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm changing my mind. The more interesting thing is currently with Ninetales mode versus, I guess you could say 3 Tomoe Sharingan, but maybe if you want to include Mangekyo, whatever you think she has there, that could be interesting too. I think it's a really interesting discussion. I've had this on my channel as well. I currently would go with Sarada. She just has more experience in battle tactician-ness, as well as I think just her training in general has been superior to training with freaking Enogene for 3 years.
I
don't
mean,
know how motivated she's
that's
been.
kind of irrelevant to the Naruto series, bro. Like, look at it. Like, Sarada trained for like what 12 years. Boruto trained for like 12 years. Mitsuki trained for 12 years. Um, and just Boruto training with
Allegedly.
Sasuke for 3 years just eclipsed that 12 years of training. Like it's all about genetics and potential. And if Kishimoto wants to beef up Himawari using genetics, he can upscale Himawari in like 2 years if he really wanted to. So Sarada's
That's
like
facts.
12 years of experience. It means nothing. That's like guy having 20 years. He's not beating Boruto.
It depends if you
Hey,
think Himawari has
don't.
Baryon
Hey, bro,
motivation.
I can't take the guy
Guy,
slander, bro.
guy is
Guy
dope.
guy
Guy is
boxing dudes with one leg, bro. Come on, show more respect for my boy guy.
But even then, even the Baryon mode stuff, like eventually she's going to get to that level, of power. Eventually, and then you also have the Byakugan, the lock-on mode stuff. I doubt the Boruto riders are going to ignore that canon material that happened in the novels and in the anime. So I'm sure they're gonna like pick it up,
What
just like the
what
So,
Jougan.
what
so
about the
as
what
for
about the hidden potential that Damon
hmm,
seen in her before? No, that was after Karama died. Do you think that was Karama like
It can't be
leaking some type
Kurama.
of energy, or do you think that was purely just Himawari?
I
No
think it's a
shot.
combination. It can't be logically it doesn't make sense, and the Jura fight proved it. Now, if she did do something interesting in Jura fight, which she really didn't, aside from healing, she you can't use the Jura fight to
You
scale
kicking ass?
Himawari anywhere. She that fight did nothing for her. Like when it
She
comes
was
to
kicking
scaling.
ass.
Uh,
Bro, she was only involved in that fight because of her insane healing. It's not because of her offense, it's because of her defense.
Nah,
yeah,
she hit
like
Jura with that
Jura.
punch.
Yeah,
Jura felt that.
he basically like took it and said, "Okay,
He
cool.
had his
Let me
hands in his
feel your power."
pockets.
Yeah. Then
uh,
he came back. He
that tell
blitzed
deep
her
He
like
got his
five
hands in his
that
times.
pockets.
yeah.
Like
Bro,
he blitzed her,
if I ever go to fight somebody and they just stand there with their hands in their pockets, I'm walking away.
and
Like
like he literally one shot her, like one punch, and she was like
exactly.
down, bro. Like
And the
literally
Tell
one
Beast Bomb,
punch.
we can't be using that to be like, oh, it's equal power. When the Tell Beast Bombs are like water balloons, you poke them and they blow up. Okay, she just needed enough power to freaking poke it, and it's just
Well,
gonna
no, well
explode. It doesn't
that's
matter.
not even the best argument, because the best argument would be that Jura just used enough power to cancel it out because he doesn't
That
actually
too.
want to kill Himawari.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he responded to her, so it makes sense. So yeah, and then it literally showed that he's way stronger since he killed basically took her out of the fight with just one punch. So yeah, he's way above her. So yeah, the fight didn't do much aside from upscaler healing abilities, which is pretty insane. Even though like feet wise, I think Madara still has that.
I,
Yeah.
nah, wait a minute. She did punch Jura. We can't just like say that's nothing now. Like
It's
she punched
Well,
nothing.
it
Jura
it is
flew.
If
pretty.
it is nothing. You have to take into the context of how it happened. So yeah, he allowed her to punch him, and the reason why we can come to that conclusion is because he basically later on speed blitzed her, um, 3 times, and she
Yeah.
couldn't do anything about it. So he could have dodged if he really
He
wanted
just
to.
stood there.
So he just took
Hands
the
in the
hit because he wanted
pockets.
to taste their power. He actually said this in a prior chapter. So I think it's just like just contextualizing what happens. Then you can determine that he wasn't really bothered. And again, hands in pockets.
Yeah, like Himawari's just casually walking up to him, and he's just like blank face staring at her. Now, if you want to try and scale the punch, even that's not really gonna work because it's not like she punched him through a boulder or something. Like all that smoke, dust on the ground, whatever, it's dust that came up from him like gliding across the ground. It's not that he like made a crater or anything. He's just like punched backwards a little
Yeah,
bit. That
and he
that
was
doesn't really
unfazed.
scale
He flew
anywhere.
up immediately, and then yeah, he was unfazed totally. So yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
with
Boruto,
him
she's
Himawari?
useless
Sorry,
there.
sorry, kiddo.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, with Himawari using the Biju bomb though, like we can see that she's on another level than when Naruto's like really tapping into Kurama's power. He was only
Uh,
be able to use a cloak. She
I
can
disagree.
basically
I don't
No,
think
so
so. I think it's the context of Kurama
how
allowing her, because if you go back to Shippuden when Naruto was training to use the Biju bombs, the reason why he couldn't is because what did B say again? Like he needed to enter the Tell Beat state. Like basically Korma wasn't working.
with
The
Naruto.
corporation wasn't
Yeah,
there, you
yeah,
know. So
yeah.
Naruto already like did the groundwork to get Korma to work with humans. So Himawari is just benefiting from that. It's not like
Yeah,
you know, so some special thing. It's just like Korma
Oh,
allowing her to use his
That's
power.
not what Kuruma's saying though. Kuruma's saying that she has a better affinity than any of her
No, I
predecessors.
know,
They're
I
one
agree.
body, one mind.
But referring to the Biju bomb thing
Oh,
specifically,
okay,
yeah, that's what I'm referring to. Yeah,
okay, okay.
because when
So
Naruto went cooperated with Korma, he could do the Biju bomb immediately. So
exactly. With the Biju Bomb, it's not that Naruto lacked the power, he lacked the ability to do it. If you gave him the same ability to perform the Tail Beast Bomb as a child, he's doing more powerful and just more Tail Beast Bomb
Mm-hmm.
than Himawari is. And we
Mm-hmm.
know this is already a thing in Naruto. For example, there's only certain abilities you unlock when you start using the gates. Like Rock Lee went into the third gate so he could do the primary Lotus. He can't do that without having the third gate. That's not like a power thing. That's a gate thing. Same with Kimimaro. Bro activated his curse mark against Lee. Not because he was getting dog walked by Lee or speed blitz or anything. He was already overpowering Lee. He wanted access to his curse mark abilities. Not the curse mark's power, but the abilities granted by the curse marks. Same with the Karma Seal. Kawaki activates his dojutsu. That's not to get a speed blitz faster from the increase in chakra or anything. It's to use his dojutsu abilities.
False. He doesn't. He can use the dojutsu without the karma.
Yeah, I was talking about the eye itself, but you know what I mean.
yeah, I'm picking what you're throwing down. Decent point.
I,
One
and
question.
I don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and ask the question.
No, go ahead. You continue on with this conversation. I was about to completely
Yeah,
change.
no, I don't think that the Himawari we saw with Kurama was stronger than Naruto when he fought in the tuning exams when he was leaking out some of the Tail Beast chakra. I can't agree with that at all.
no,
And
oh
if he was
well,
able to form Tail Beast bombs, I don't think he would be able to do it in the way that Hina was able to too, because Kurama said verbatim she has a better affinity with him than any of her predecessors, including Naruto.
But
So
why?
Naruto,
yeah, but
What does that mean?
yeah, it's about, well, you have to contextualize it, right? Because
right.
if we go back to Naruto, like, so in referring to the Biju bond specifically, we know what's needed to perform it. It's the corporation of the Tail Beast. And we see that play out in
It's
Naruto when Naruto gained the
it's
corporation of
just yin and
Kurama.
yang chakra put together.
Yeah, but yeah, but you're only able to do it in Tail Beast state, which is why Naruto
Yeah.
could easily do it in the Four Tailed state. But when he tried to do it in KCM, even though KCM is stronger than the Four Tailed state, he couldn't
Hmm.
do it,
Hmm.
right? But when he could later do it in KCM two because he had the corporation of Kurama, and he was immediately able to do it, right? So it's the same thing. So we go to Himawari, she has the full corporation of Kurama. He's allowing her to do this, so it's easier for her to just go ahead and do it. And it's the same if Naruto as a kid had the corporation of Kurama, he could have done the same thing. And that is
Yeah.
proven in Shippuden when he gained the corporation of Kurama and was able to do it immediately. Now when it
So
comes to
what?
the affinity,
Right.
I'm not saying like she doesn't have a stronger affinity, because it's stated and it's also shown by her having a better healing ability,
Goodness.
right? So it's about contextualizing. So the affinity doesn't apply to every single thing that, you know, she's able to do the Bijou bomb and that's because of the affinity. No, it's just because of the corporation. The
So do
affinity
you?
does apply to other things
It
such
doesn't
as her
mean
maybe
power.
being stronger, or it could be
I think
maybe
so.
her being stronger. I think that might be the entire point of saying affinity.
Mhm.
And it also could also imply why she has a greater, you know, healing ability with the Nine Tails than Naruto did, which is implied in the story. Even though, you might argue that the feat itself didn't display that, but the story is basically telling us that's what it's saying. So it is what it is.
So
In fact,
what would you put her at? Like as far as like leveling her up to Naruto, would you put her in tuning exams Naruto? Would you put her in
Oh,
like
strength
KCM
wise,
one? Yeah, KCM one, KCM two, as of
nah.
right now.
She's definitely like above like case. I would say like she's above KCM one.
So
I
not
for
above
me,
KCM two.
it's possible that she is as well. It all goes back to whether Kishimoto. There's no way to really know this because you have to just wait and see.
Of course.
It's like fucking I'm sorry that Sasuke in Boruto using his three formation Sharingan is stronger than Itachi in fucking the novels using is Mangekyo, right?
Right.
Back then when he was 13. So having a stronger version of a power doesn't necessarily mean that you're stronger than the other person who's just that much stronger than you in base. So it's like Himawari might have, the story says, a better affinity to Kurama's chakra, which could lead to her being able to exert more power from Kurama without needing to tap into as much power that Naruto needed to exert the same amount of power. Like that's what affinity could mean. That's what Kishimoto could mean, and we have to wait and see. But I think that's where it's gonna go. So he's probably gonna have her like scale into like KCM2 Naruto without needing to go into her quote unquote KCM2. If you get what I mean, you know.
Right. Yeah, I get
So,
what you're
so like seeing as how like Himawari and Karma are actually communicating, how long do you think before they actually do learn like a KCM1 or KCM2 type of transformation? Like that, 'cause
That's
that should
it's
be
so
like, hmm?
that's funny. Actually, I was like talking about this in my video and stuff. It's Kishimoto could have literally had her like going to KCM2 in this fight if he really wanted
Yeah.
to. Like, and we couldn't say anything about it because she has the corporation, and that's what Naruto gained when he gained the corporation. So there's nothing really holding her back from going into KCM2 at this point in time. It's just like a Kishimoto decision, you know. So we can even select the next fight. She just pulls it out because all it really requires is the cooperation between the tail beast and the host. So, there's nothing really stopping it at this point.
Free game.
Yeah, free game. Could you mute real quick? You got like background noise. Free game. But he not even at his computer. Oh,
Addressing the comment that he pinned or whatever, Himawari punched Jura through like 5 plateaus. That's just cat, bro. Like that's just false. Like he glided across the top of the ground. He didn't get punched through anything. This is nonsense. Go pull up the chapter.
So-
One smart.
So like there are no feats we could like glean from that.
No, like,
How heavy
there's-
do you think Jura is?
Yeah, it's like saying like it's like some people saying Team 10 or Cho is on Jura level because she was able to knock him over. It's like are these guys trying? Jura said in the chapter itself that he wasn't trying. Maybe, and him tasting her power means that he's going to put a little more effort into it, right? So it's all about the context clues where the writer is trying to convey that these characters are not going all out. And it's proven later on in the chapter when he was able to easily blitz her and knock her out with one punch. So it's all about like the character not trying and then later on trying. It's Madara versus the 5 Kages again.
Yeah, honestly,
But-
the punch that Naruto did against Haku, punching him through the ice mirrors, we know how strong those ice mirrors are. That's far more impressive to me than Jura getting knocked back through the air, because he wasn't really having any resistance on him. He didn't get punched through anything like Haku did.
I feel like if we're all agreeing that he never, to this point, he never really went all out. He never really like actually tried. Like Kawaki couldn't do what Himawari just did. Like-
Yeah, because he never allowed Kawaki to, but he allowed Himawari to. Because
Oh.
he allowed her to punch him, but Kawaki didn't allow him to. Like he literally like moved, dodged, and blitzed him, knocked him out. He's interested in Himawari. He wants to see what's happening. So it's all about Jura's curiosity with what's going on with Himawari that he allows her to get the hit in to see what her power is really capable of.
Yeah, I can see that. Udi, I wanted you to answer the question too. We asked Kidomaki, how strong does he think Himawari is compared to like a Naruto scaling? How strong do you think she is?
All right, well, if we're gonna upscale her just based on Boruto scaling with speed, then you would just like say she fodderizes all of Shippuden. I think the more interesting conversation would be equal stats, so you just don't give her like speed blitzes. I think okay, so when you look at Kurama, apparently his size is based on the amount of chakra he has. So when Minato seals him inside of Naruto, or like half of him inside of himself, I should say, using the Reaper Death Seal, he like everyone notes how he's smaller now before he's fully sealed away. And so taking this with the current Himawari, I think this Nine Tails has like a 10th or a 20th of the amount of chakra the original Nine Tails had, and that was just half of the Nine Tails as well. So I don't think and then we have Himawari herself. I don't think Himawari has nearly as much chakra as Naruto. I don't think she inherited that Uzumaki chakra reserve or anything like that. Within this fight itself, unless you're going to say they fought off screen for a large chunk of time, all she did was, I think, 2 punches, 1 tailed beast bomb, and heal herself, and then she's just out of chakra. You compare that to
On the
Naruto.
screen.
Yeah, exactly. You compare it to Naruto, and Naruto just has not only more stamina, which means he can just keep fighting regardless of chakra, but Naruto has more chakra in and of itself as well. And so, like, the Neji fight Naruto, I think would equal stats wise defeat this Himawari. Like, I think Naruto would just either get a little bit hurt from the tailed beast bomb or just dodge it entirely because it takes time to travel. And so you just look at all of Naruto's abilities and how he performed against Neji. I think that Naruto is taking out Himawari because I can't imagine Himawari with equal stats in like Naruto's position. I can't imagine Himawari taking down someone like Gaara. That just seems ridiculous to me. So yeah, I think the affinity thing. It's fair to say it depends. We can talk about that in a second. The affinity thing, we just don't know what it means yet. First of all, we don't know how much more affinity. Second of all, we don't know what it applies to. I don't feel comfortable with saying it applies to absolutely everything Himawari can do. For all we know, the affinity. For all we know, the affinity just means she can heal better than Naruto, and that's all it means. It might not apply to the tailed beast bomb or anything else. I think it's more fair to say the tailed beast bomb is because of the cooperation, because I look at it more as the Nine Tails ability than I do as Himawari or Naruto's ability, which makes sense. It's a tailed beast bomb ability. When you get to the Four Tails state, Naruto's mindless. That's why he's able to do the tailed beast bomb. He's not even able to do it in KCM1. He's only able to do it when he's like subconsciously not in control. Or in KCM2, you can argue when Kurama's doing it for him. It's like Naruto's allowing him to, but I don't think even at that point, Naruto's really able to control it as well because it's very difficult to control that chakra ratio as well as the weight. So I think it is more of the Nine Tails itself doing it rather than Himawari herself doing it in the same way it would be with the Four Tails Naruto. But yeah.
Well, I looked at the definition for like doing that, and basically it's a similarity of characteristics suggesting a relationship, especially a resemblance in structure between animals, plants, or languages. A relationship, especially by marriage, as opposed to blood ties. Or also, I mean, like harmony too.
Yeah, that's basically it's like and Korma also said that she has a better affinity than her predecessors, which should mean that they also had an affinity to Korma. So Naruto had an affinity to Kurama. Kushina had an affinity to Kurama, and also I going I did this video talking about like whether Boruto has half of the Nine Tails, and I kind of went into what this affinity is referring to. And I think it's pretty obvious that it's referring to the bloodlines.
Yeah.
Because the bloodlines, Hagoromo, as you know, Hagoromo created the tailed beast. They possess his chakra. They also possess Kaguya's chakra because Kaguya herself was the 10 tails when it was separated into the 9 Biju. And of course that led to Kaguya being revived later on. So it's and that also explains what's it called again? The Gold and Silver brothers. They were descendants of Hagoromo. They had an affinity to Kurama's chakra, which is why when others ate the Nine Tails chakra, they died, and the Gold and Silver brothers didn't. They gained the marks and stuff. So it logically tracks in the story.
Whatever happened to those brothers?
Sealed away. But I can't say it was a strong affinity that they had.
They were sealed but released later on. So they basically went back to the spirit world.
Yeah, I don't like the bloodline argument, Kido, because if we're saying it's because of that, so do you think it's because of the Uzumaki bloodline itself?
It's more than just Uzumaki. So it's so
I don't think Hyuga would have affinity, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Hyuga would as well because both of those bloodlines stem from Kaguya. Remember, Hamura is Kaguya's son, and so is Hagoromo. Hyuga stem from Hamura. Right, and the Uzumaki stem from Hagoromo, voice crack. So it's like what's it called again? Those bloodlines coming down. Himawari and Boruto, they possess both of those bloodlines, right? So it would explain why Boruto and Himawari would possess a greater affinity than Naruto, who possessed only one of those bloodlines.
Well, no, that's not how that works. So we're looking at percentage-wise. Kushina was 100% Uzumaki. Hinata's 100% Hyuga. You get Minato in there. Naruto's now only 50% Uzumaki. Himawari is 50% Hyuga, 25% Uzumaki, 25% Namikaze. That's only 75% compared to Naruto or Kushina or Hinata, who is 100% of at least one of those bloodlines. So I think overall she should have less affinity just based on that.
Nah,
But Hyugas
because
are
you're
linked
this.
to the Otsutsuki too, though.
Yeah, no,
So are the
that's what I'm saying.
Uzumaki.
Like, no, you're discounting the Hyuga because she's getting a full trace of Hyuga coming straight down to her because the Hyugas are inbreds, for one.
Yeah,
So
I
she's
know.
getting the full Hyuga coming down. She's also getting the Uzumaki side. As you know, as pertaining to Madara's situation, he was able to awaken Hagoromo's chakra because he, combined those two bloodlines together. So if Kishimoto wanted to reenact something similar, if he wanted to, let's say, those two bloodlines coming down in Himawari and Boruto through their parents, you could awaken Kaguya's chakra or more percentage of that chakra by combining those two in those children. So if Kishimoto wanted to go that route, he really could, and that could explain the stronger affinity. Or else you think they just have a stronger affinity for no reason whatsoever, which I don't think is the case.
It's fate, as Kurama said, which is just a result of bad writing. But that's a different thing. So
Bad
so
writing.
that's not how it works with genetics, though. So hypothetically, let's assume that Naruto's
This is a
100%
fictional
Uzumaki.
universe.
We'll just assume right now Naruto's 100% Uzumaki. And same with Hinata, we already know she is 100% Hyuga. So if they make a baby, Himawari, she's not going to be 100% Uzumaki and 100% Hyuga. She doesn't have 200% genetics. She still has the 100%. It's just split between Uzumaki and Hyuga. So she's 50% Uzumaki and 50% Hyuga.
Yeah,
rather
but
than 100.
but I don't think that's relevant because again, we're not saying that she has 200%, 100% Hyuga and
I don't think
100%
that matters.
Uzumaki. I don't think that matters at all. What we're saying is that she has two strands. As I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned, the example of Madara, the what's it called again, Ashura and Indra bloodline,
Yeah.
manifesting Hagoromo's chakra. The same could apply to Hamura and Hagoromo's chakra combining again to create the parent chakra, which would be Kaguya's. And as we know, Kaguya merged with the Ten Tails, and the Ten Tails was separated into the Nine Biju, which means that the Nine Biju themselves possess Kaguya's chakra. And they also possess part of Hagoromo's because Hagoromo's power went into creating them as well. So what I'm trying to establish here is why I think it's backed up in a series that characters who possess this genetic bloodline to Hagoromo, and they went out of their way to specify that the reason why they might have survived, referring to the Gold and Silver brothers, is because they're descendants of Hagoromo. So I think the story is kind of heavily implying what I'm saying here. So it stems from them having that bloodline from Hagoromo, which is mixed into the Tail Beast, and also a part of Kaguya's because Hagoromo is of course Kaguya's son. So yeah, I think it pretty much tracks. And Himawari and Boruto possessing a stronger affinity. And again, this goes back to the anime specifying that Boruto strongly inherited the powers of the Otsutsuki, which could go back again to these two bloodlines colliding and combining, which could manifest a stronger Otsutsuki genetic in both Boruto and Himawari. And that could then lead to them having a stronger affinity to Kurama's chakra. And again, when I say stronger Otsutsuki genetic, I'm referring to Kaguya's Otsutsuki genetic specifically.
So with Madara, it's not because of his Uchiha or Senju genetics that he gained. It's because of the chakra, the Indra and Ashura chakra that reincarnated down into them that led to the Rinnegan, as we know. So when you look at Himawari,
which only manifests in the Uchiha.
So why are you looking at the quantity of strands rather than the quality? Because again, the way I see it, they're coming from
I never mentioned quantity though.
But you're saying that Himawari has higher affinity, aka stronger in regard because
but that doesn't refer to affinity refers to quality, not quantity.
Yes,
so
okay.
Perfect.
So we can cross compare as well. So we're looking at purebreds, and then you introduce Minato into the factor. That's the dilution from the Kaguya bloodline. She's no longer 100% Kaguya. She's only 75% of Kaguya's bloodline, unlike Naruto or Hinata.
She doesn't need to be, because she has In Naruto, so Naruto being what's he called? What we don't even know what Minato is, by the way. Like he could also be a descendant of the Senjus.
I
Who
don't
knows?
think it is
But it's
because
fine.
they say it's only the 4 clans are descendants. So
No, but we also know that what's it called again? They had children outside of those clans. So we don't know
but
where
even then,
Minato stems from because we also know that
Minato's not
Himawari
purebred.
Minato has a strong affinity to that chakra as well. But it doesn't matter if he's purebred though. What we're saying is that if Naruto, who let's say is half Uzumaki, right? That's what you're saying. He's half Uzumaki, 25% Namikaze, whatever. What's the percentage that you're using here?
Yeah, okay. So Naruto is 50-50 and Hinata is 100%. You combine
Okay,
those
so Naruto
two.
is 50% Uzumaki and 50% Namikaze.
Right, so you get 50% of Naruto, which would be 25%, then you get 50% of Hinata, which would be 50%. You add those two together, that's 75%, as opposed to 100% from her parents.
Yeah, but she should still have a pure blood genetic, which it depends. Because again, like Kushina also had a pure blood genetic. Because I believe the Uzumakis were inbreds. I'm not sure. I believe they were.
Yeah.
So when she, mated with what's his name again? Minato. I guess you could say it's split half and half. But then again, it goes back to the underlying genetic. So it's not just Uzumaki and your Namikaze and your Uchiha. It's the underlying genetic of where they stem from. One bloodline is more diluted than the other. And referring to the what's the name again? Fucking Hyugas. They're literally 100% inbreds. So
Yeah.
she's getting a full taste of that bloodline, right? And again, it's not just that she's getting a full taste of that bloodline. She's also getting a taste of both bloodlines. So those bloodlines are accumulating inside of her body from both sons of Kaguya, which could, result in a genetic mutation which manifests Kaguya's chakra, thus giving her a stronger affinity to the tail beast because Kaguya is a part of the tail beast. Now, again, I'm gonna say this, which I always say in my videos. I could be wrong, but I don't see any other way
Close
where
the door,
they would
man.
explain why Himawari and Boruto have a stronger affinity
Because
to
it
Kurama.
doesn't make sense because there is no explanation.
No,
That's
no, no,
I
no,
hate
no.
to be
Ooh,
the
ooh, no,
negative
no, 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 no,
Nancy.
no,
It's
no, no,
bad
no, no.
writing. No, the
It's
genetic
not
thing
bad
doesn't
writing
make sense.
because no. You're it's bad writing if you ignore everything I just said about the
Miles,
combination of
close the door.
bloodlines, which is
Yeah,
referenced
debunk
in the
everything,
story,
bro.
though.
There's not,
Hey,
No,
man.
you didn't. No, you didn't. Because remember, we have the two bloodlines combining, which we have established in the story, was able to manifest. The Indra
Okay,
and
well,
Ashura chakra that stemmed from both bloodlines of Hagoromo's two sons manifested Hagoromo's chakra. So what I'm saying is substantiated in the series that the sons of one person, their chakras combining in one another person, could indeed manifest the parent chakra. So if Kishimoto wanted to use this exact same logic when it comes to Hamura and Hagoromo, I don't see how he can then ignore that and say bad writing. It just doesn't make sense.
because this hypothesis, I can't even call it a theory, it's a hypothesis, relies on the fact that
Established
maybe
logic in the series that
Minato
was used before.
relies on
No.
maybe Minato having been inbred in some regard, despite the series
No.
leaning in
I
the
don't think.
opposite direction.
You're not
There's
listening to
nothing
anything
there to
I'm saying
support that.
because nothing I
No,
just
but
said
even
relies
okay,
on Minato being
no,
inbred.
I know.
Nothing I
I'm
just said. You're just literally just saying
no,
anything at
I know.
this point.
That's fine. But okay, but you did say that at one point. I'm going to address that.
No,
So
I
even
just
if
saying that it's a possibility, but
yeah, no,
the point itself doesn't
even if we go with
rely on
that
that point.
possibility, even if
It's
we go with that
irrelevant.
possibility, which the series itself is again going against to some extent, and there's nothing there saying that it's more likely than not. It seems like it's less
The
likely.
point itself is
The
overall
point is it's
irrelevant. Yeah,
possible.
it's
But okay,
possible, but
if
it's
we're going with
irrelevant to
the
overall
if we're
point.
going with the unlikely chance that it is
Why is
true,
it unlikely?
because the series is saying that it's
No,
only the
which one?
four.
You're referring to the Minato point.
Yeah,
Are they? Oh,
yeah, that
okay. Go ahead.
Minato
Go
has
ahead. Oh, I
traces
think you're
back to
referring to the.
Kaguya.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
But
Fine.
even if we do say that, this would just apply to Naruto himself, thus giving Naruto's genetics superior genetics than Himawari, regardless. Even if you want to say he has 99% of Kaguya, that still passes down to Naruto. So it applies to Naruto as well. So Naruto's genetics would be stronger.
you have things such as what's it called again? What's it called again? That thing recessive inheritance.
Yeah.
So you have recessive inheritance and you have incomplete penetrance. Now these things, of course, you can search them up. Certain genetic traits can skip a generation and manifest
Yeah,
in a later
it's
generation.
like eyes,
Yeah,
colored eyes and stuff like that.
exactly. And
But they still have
it's
the genes, even
yeah,
if they're
but no,
recessive.
no, 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 no. But the
Mm-mm.
manifestation doesn't manifest in one generation; it manifests in the next. So the series, if Kishimoto wants that could also explain why Boruto can have the Jougan, and no one else before him didn't, because it's carried in the gene, but it manifested in Boruto, just giving Boruto powers someone before him didn't. So again, like the series backs up what I'm saying, and of
It does
course,
not
if
back
we
what you're saying at
it
all.
does back up what I'm saying. Both. All right. Ooh, explain to me
Okay,
how.
okay.
All right, hold on. No, no, hold on, hold on. Let me make this point. Momoshiki said Boruto strongly inherited the powers of the Otsutsuki. Explain to me how that happens.
I'm gonna address your previous thing first, since that's what I have on my mind. So
No,
basically,
no, 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 no. Explain. No,
can I
address
not
that
address one
point.
thing at a time? Yeah, I'm
All right,
trying
go
to
ahead,
address
go
your
ahead, go ahead, go
previous
ahead.
point before addressing your current
All right,
point. Shoot.
go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
the affinity thing isn't the manifestation of a gene, it is the genes themselves. So it doesn't matter whether it's recessive or
No, that's not
manifested or
true.
not. Naruto
That's
would
not
have
true.
higher affinity even if he had recessive genes.
That's not true. That's not true. Search up. Pull up Google right now.
What you're looking at is the
Free game. Pull
byproduct
it
of
up.
what the affinity might be, such as
No,
the
no, no, no,
tail peace
no.
bond.
Ooh, you're just you're ignoring the story. First of all,
Oh my god.
let's search up recessive inheritance. Free game. Can you pull it up on your stuff?
Well, yeah, what am I looking up?
Yeah.
What am I looking up?
Recessive
Recessive
inheritance.
inheritance. Yeah.
Recessive.
Again, you're looking at the manifestation of something
And
rather
then
than the
search
actual
up
thing itself.
incomplete penetrance.
Because it, regardless if it's recessive or not, it's still 100% there. That's how it gets passed down in the
Yeah,
first
no, no, no,
place.
no, no, no.
How
But
it
what you're
can
not
skip a generation.
understanding is if the gene can be passed down, but it doesn't manifest. And if it doesn't manifest, you're likely not to get the benefits of that gene. So this explains why Naruto, um,
It's
what's it
on the
called again?
screen. There you go.
Yeah, so that's so the readers can see. So that explains why Naruto can be part Uzumaki, but he doesn't
Can you
have
hear me?
the special red
Can you hear
hair,
me?
even though he's getting half of the genetics from Kushina, right? Because half of his genetics
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
from
yeah.
Minato. But guess what? If Naruto himself can then pass down that red hair to his children because the trait itself is in Naruto's bloodline, but it doesn't manifest until he mates with someone else who also possesses a part of that genetic trait. So that's how recessive inheritance works. So if we go into Boruto, Momoshiki saying Boruto strongly inheriting the powers of the Otsutsuki after seeing his Jougan. Boruto's Jougan is stemming from his Otsutsuki genetics.
From
Mind you,
Toneri.
oh my god, no, that's not true.
That is true.
Do you want me to debunk this? Because that's a big misconception in the fandom that Momoshiki gave not Momoshiki, Toneri gave Boruto the
You
Jougan.
can do that in a second. First, I want to get
Well, I
this
could
point
have
out.
sworn
Is
that
that
Yeah.
go
I
ahead,
could have
Bara.
sworn that was like common knowledge that Tonetti like assisted in the Jogan, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
assisted. He didn't give him the Jougan. So the mere fact that he assisted means that he assisted, mind you, it's stated in the novels that he assisted in the speeding up the process of awakening the Jougan. He didn't give him it. So
Okay,
if you
but that's
actually
fine.
read, no, hold on, Hood, hold on, Hood. If you actually read what is stated in the novels, he didn't give him it, which means that the Jougan itself is a latent recessive trait inside Boruto's DNA, which Toneri helped him to awaken quickly. That is actually what's stated in the novels, not that he gave him it. So the entire point of bringing up Teneri is completely irrelevant because it doesn't debunk the point I was making
No,
before.
Toneri actually makes my point for me. Okay, so
Oh my
Boruto's
goodness.
affinity with the Jougan doesn't change. He just isn't able to use it until Toneri helps him out, allowing him to manifest it. Applying that to Naruto, Naruto can
No,
hypothetically
he was
have.
No,
gonna
that's
he was
not.
gonna
That's
he was
not.
gonna be able to use
Ah,
it eventually. He just
He
sped up
sped
the
up.
process.
It
it's
stated
fine. It
that
doesn't matter
it
about
stated that he
eventually.
Let
sped
him
up. No,
finish
no,
his
no,
point.
no,
Talking
Let
no.
about
my
it
guy
now.
finish his point.
Talking
Let him
about in the
finish his
current
point.
moment of time. when it's manifested. So you look at Naruto. Naruto could hypothetically, in an alternate universe, have higher affinitization with Kurama, but just because he has higher affinitization, that doesn't mean he's able to manifest the
Is that a
same
word?
thing.
Ooh, I think you're just like going around the point here.
Look
So
at
the
it like
point
chakra
no,
control.
no,
Naruto
hold
has
on, hold
worse chakra control, but because he has so much chakra, he's able to be stronger than those with higher chakra control. He has less affinity, but is able to manifest more things.
hold on. All right, so going back to the point here, so we're not diluting the argument here. So going back to it, if your entire point to debunk what I just said is to say that Toneri gave Boruto the Jougan, which is one false. Boruto has the Jougan in his genetics. Toneri spelled the process of him awakening it. So again, the Jougan is latent in Boruto's DNA. It's not something given to him. So if that is the case, this goes back to my point and it justifies my point about recessive inheritance. Because if Boruto has the Jougan inside his DNA, which he later awakens, mind you, Boruto's mother doesn't have the Jougan, Boruto's father doesn't have the Jougan, his grandfather doesn't have the Jougan, neither of his grandparents possesses the Jougan, which simply means that the Jougan is something latent in his DNA stemming farther back from someone he descends from. And if this power is of Otsutsuki origin, which again is pointed out by Oroshiki in the anime, which means that the Otsutsukis are aware of this, it's a Otsutsuki dojutsu, and Momoshiki himself states that Boruto strongly inherited the powers of the Otsutsuki after seeing it. This means that this power stems from his Otsutsuki DNA, and his Otsutsuki DNA stems from who? Kaguya, because Boruto is a descendant of one Otsutsuki, and that Otsutsuki is Kaguya, which again supplements my point about recessive inheritance.
Well,
So
first
again,
of all, Kaguya didn't have Jogan. That's a side thing. So you look at the
no,
outside
hold
factor,
on,
the
hold on,
one
hold on,
control variable.
Hold on, Look what I got on the page though. It says in Naruto, Tonori Otsutsuki tells Boruto in a dream about a special power in his right eye. Toneri warns Boruto that he will one day use his powers to guide the world to light and dispel darkness, and that he will shoulder the world's fate with it.
yeah,
Toneri
that
did
don't
not
say he
give
gave it to
Boruto.
him.
Look, hold
Oh,
on.
I see.
Toneri did not give Boruto the Jougan because Toneri sort of spoke about how this is the pure eye and its potential and so on. Blah blah blah.
yeah, it further explains it in the novel itself where he says that he spelled out the process. But in general, the point is that, so Ood brought up that Kaguya didn't have a Jougan. I don't think Ood is listening to anything
Well,
I'm
that was
saying
a
because he just
side.
said that. Because the point is that it stems from the Otsutsuki genetic, which stems from Kaguya. And Ood, I'm sure you're aware of this. Kaguya didn't spawn from nothingness. She's also a descendant of an Otsutsuki, right? Which
Yes.
means that the
Well,
line
as far as we
itself,
know,
which yeah,
she might.
obviously. So this means that Kaguya's bloodline possesses the Jougan, which means that it could have been Kaguya's father, it could have been Kaguya's grandfather, it could have been our great-great-grandfather. The point is that the Jougan is a genetic trait in Kaguya's bloodline, which is passed down to Boruto through recessive inheritance. So again, nothing I'm saying is contradicted in the series. The series actually backs up everything I'm saying. But
What makes you
proceed.
sure that Kaguya does have a bloodline or parents? How do we know
Alright,
she
so
didn't just fall out of nowhere?
all right. So the way this makes sense is using the Jougan itself. So one, we know the Jougan is an existing dojutsu because Oroshiki pointed out saying that, oh, you have the Jougan. So which means that they are aware of it. It's not something Boruto created. It's an existing eye. And the Momoshiki, when he saw it, said that Boruto strongly inherited the powers of the Otsutsuki. Which again, we have two characters linking back this dojutsu to the Otsutsuki. And we know that Kaguya didn't have the Jougan, which means that this genetic trait of the dojutsu exists in the Otsutsuki gene itself. And if it stems from Boruto's Otsutsuki genetic, which is Kaguya, and Kaguya doesn't have it, it has to have stemmed from Kaguya's bloodline, which would be
That's
her
not true.
father, grandfather.
How do you guys feel about this? How do you feel about this?
Because she can be
Hold on.
spawned in potential as well. The
I think you're just.
gets
I think
passed
you're
down.
just.
How do you feel about this?
That's the interpretation.
I looked up something that
I mean, you
said
can say that.
it said aside from
say
that, fans also believe that Boruto's Jougan is tied to his bloodline as well. This is when things get interesting because there is possible
Fans
explanation
who are
from
actually
a,
reading the series.
Hold on.
I mean, we know that's true.
hold on,
Keto
hold
is
on,
a fan. He's right here. We got the proof right here.
hold on. There's a possible explanation from a scientific perspective as
Oh,
well. It is important to understand that both Naruto and Hinata received pure chakra from Hagoromo and Hamura, respectively.
oh,
Naruto and Hinata then had a child. Since Boruto had pure Otsutsuki genes passed down to him through Naruto and Hinata, it is possible that the Jougan could be the result of genetic mutation. A mutation
Mm.
can be
ooh.
defined as a permanent change or alteration of the nucleotide sequence in the genome. Considering that he had pure Osusi genes that were passed down, could have been a genetic mutation of the Tentagon, which led to the appearance of the Jogan. This is one of the few theories that can serve as an explanation for Boruto having a Jogan or the pure eye.
So I personally disagree with this because Urashiki
Of
knows what
course
it
you
is,
do.
implying it's been a thing before rather than a
Oh,
new
look at you,
mutation.
Wood. Look at you, Wood. Look at you. Look at you. No, but hold on, hold on. It's about you have to put this into context. So when they say it's a mutation, it's not that they're saying Boruto created it. It's that he manifested it. So mutation doesn't
Yeah,
mean that you are the originator of something. It just means that you have the genetics to be capable of manifesting it. So,
I know that's fine.
Wood, you
This
saying
is
like
like
or Shiki
this is
pointed
like
out, there
eye
is really a
colors and stuff
contradiction
like
to this
that. That's
theory.
a mutation, a
Yeah,
genetic
It doesn't
exactly.
mutation.
contradict my theory
It's
at
not
all.
natural.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it's like the Sharingan. You have Uchiyas
Yeah,
who didn't manifest it, but they have the genetics to
information.
be able to
Yeah,
do so.
exactly. Yeah, so Kagi can still spawn from nowhere and have the information that other Otsutskis have. She doesn't need to have a dad. There's nothing proving that she does.
Oh, no, 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 no. That's cap. She's spawning. She's an Otsutsuki. She's from the Otsutsuki race. So unless I guess it depends on like your outlook on how species come into being. But I think if she's from the Otsutsuki race, it means that she possesses Otsutsuki DNA, and that's where the genetic of the Jogan stems from. Because again, as you pointed out, Urashiki knew what it was, which means that it's something existing. You know, it's not something new.
And they say that what's the what's his name? Shibai had the Jogan as well. They
Seemingly.
several.
It's
Maybe.
it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like it. It looked similar, I should say.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Jogan looks like the Byakugan, so
Yeah. It
Facts.
looks
That's
like he
another
had
point.
Kawaki's eye as well. Just one
yeah.
triangle. It's just weird.
So I will say the outside factor here is Toneri. The information from the Jogan was seemingly passed down from Kaguya through all the generations down to Himawari. That means the Jogan's
To Boruto.
information has to be in Boruto. Yeah, my bad. My bad. So the Jogan's information has to be within Naruto or Hinata or maybe both of them. So hypothetically, you include that outside factor. Maybe Naruto or Hinata could have awakened their latent Jogan since they have the information to pass it down in the first place. In fact, maybe they would have been better with the
It
Jogan had
depends.
hyperfinitization to it than Boruto
It
does.
depends. If you take into account recessive inheritance, it's again, it goes back to the Uzumaki stuff. So you can carry. It's like the gene is split in half. You need both sides of the gene to manifest the mutation. I don't know if I can pull it up, so you guys can see. But yeah, it you have to possess two sides of the gene to manifest the resulting phenotype, which in this case the phenotype would be the Jogan. So if Naruto, if hypothetically, if the gene was split in half between, if it stemmed from Kaguya, she had two sons, half was given to Hamura, half was given to Hagoromo. Those two bloodlines never collided until Himawari and Boruto. So even if Naruto possessed half of the Jogan gene and Hinata possessed half, they would never manifest it because they only had one half. So when those two halves collided, in their offsprings, that's when the Jogan was able to manifest.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
know?
whoa, I'm going to stop you right there because they weren't. I don't like your wording, even though you might mean the correct thing. They weren't given half. They
No,
had the same gene pool. They just manifested different
no,
things.
you know what I mean. Not given. It's just
Yeah, so they
passed down.
have the same gene pool. They were given the same thing,
It's
100% of the same
well,
thing.
not the same thing. It's
Outside of
in not
mutations.
in Naruto, it's implied to be different. Because Hagoromo inherited the Renegon and Sharingan. Well, actually, in the manga, Hagoromo never had the Sharingan. He just had the Renegon. The Sharingan is actually a mutation created by Indra.
Yeah.
And Hamura inherited the Byakugan. So the power literally split in half. Because Hamura didn't have the Renegon, and Hagoromo never had the Byakugan. So
Well,
the
no, but
power
they should have the
literally-
latent potential of it.
Yeah,
They should have the
possibly.
information. Yeah, they just.
Possibly.
So
But
hypothetically, if they had a Toneri to awaken it for them or speed up the process, they might have awakened both.
It's possible that the reason why I think it's different in Naruto is because you have the case of the Uchiha, right? The Uchiha specifically stated, like, they have the potential. You have to be a descendant of the Uchiha to have the potential to awaken the Sharingan. So if what you're saying is true, which I understand why you're saying it makes sense. But in the context of Naruto, it isn't, because not every one of like Hamura's Hagoromo's like descendants have the potential to awaken the Sharingan. Only the Uchihas, right? And Hagoromo has multiple descendants, the Senjus, the Sarutobis, like the Uzumakis. Naruto doesn't have the Uchiha gene, right? Even though he's a descendant of Hagoromo. So we can see here Naruto where Kishimoto is taking liberties with science, which makes sense. It's a fictional universe. So I don't think it's a one-to-one comparison.
So there's another factor there, is genetic drift. I don't think they have traces of Kaguya left in them. They have traces of their ancestors who are within like 50 generations, but I think Kaguya thousands of years ago, I don't think they have that information. Like technically 4 billion years ago or whatever, everyone spawned from Africa. That doesn't mean we have African genetics in us because it's been genetic drifted out over time.
Well, I mean, that's if you agree with that theory. It like they can literally trace your ancestry back thousands of years. Now, if they can't trace your ancestry back to Africa, you probably did not come from Africa. So that's what I'll say.
Well, humanity
So that's
spawned in Africa.
I mean, that's what some
Evolution.
people claim, you know.
Sure,
But
okay.
Yeah, if you want to believe that, there's not any scientific evidence to prove it.
I don't
you know.
know. There's not any scientific evidence. That's crazy.
I mean, but if there's if we have like science literally saying that, okay, cool, we're literally tracing your ancestry back to 1 billion years to see that you're 1% Caucasian, 1% fucking Egyptian or some nonsense, right? But yet it can't trace your ancestry back to Africa. But yet it can trace some ancestry back to Africa. It simply means that you're simply not from Africa. I think that makes sense. Now, if some people want to ignore that and still claim that everyone is from Africa, I think that's up to you. I don't think that makes sense.
Okay. I'll go even further back then, since I'll assume you're going with the idea of evolution. Humans evolved from fish. We don't have fish genetics, even the information of fish in us.
That's not true. That's a theory.
I don't think we evolved from fish.
That's a theory.
That's a theory. But,
I mean, I could have sworn I seen like
It's facts and theory. It's a theory.
Life
it's
had to.
It's like the Pangea theory.
Yeah.
It's like every like all like we was one like big landmass and we split apart. They still haven't proved that. It's called the Pangea theory.
There are literally so many like alternate versions.
That's another
of history, bro.
Crazy.
No, I'm just saying that's a theory that we evolved from.
Yeah.
Going with the most likely interpretation. I'm gonna assume this for my argument. If you want to just debunk my entire argument by saying that might not be true, then sure. But if a Pangea theory is true,
I believe that we was genetically modified by aliens, so mine is a little bit far fetched than yours. So.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, so
I think we I don't know what I think. I don't really care, to be honest.
I believe that aliens came out here.
Anyone is alien, evolved from germs, just spawned on the planet. Anyone, it's fine.
Listen, Keto, all I'm saying, you do not have Adam nor Eve information inside of you.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. It's been genetic drifted out millions of years ago.
Nah,
but
bro. Nah, if they dig deep enough, they can find it, bro.
But anyways, let's not talk about that. Anyways, what do you guys theorize for the next year TBV? Because we already chapter 11, we coming up chapter 12, right? So that's a year TBV. What are you guys predictions for like the next coming year, the next 12 chapters?
I'm praying for an anime. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Hopefully it has a year.
I don't think God's going to hear
Hopefully.
you on that prayer, but yeah, go ahead, continue.
They did I did see an update about what's it called, a movie studio. So I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Maybe get a movie division.
I would
In
love that.
Studio Peru.
I would
So
love that. I've been dying for a movie for the longest. Actually, I'm dropping a clip, a throwback clip, and we was talking about the movie. So yeah, guys, watch out for that.
Yeah, it went out. If I want to see a movie, I'd want it to be canon. Like I wouldn't want like a filler movie. Like a shout out to all the Naruto original movies out there and everything like that. But they just didn't necessarily tickle my fancy. I want to see like a Resurrection F. I
Bruh, you
want to
ain't
see
watched
like
none of the movies. Stop.
yeah, that's what I'm saying because they wasn't canon.
No,
Like
what? Just
I'll
watch
watch
them. They
Broly because
dope.
Broly is canon. Like
Nah,
The
I'll
Naruto the
nah,
watch
last
Broly.
was canon.
Naruto movies are
I watched
dope,
Naruto
bro.
the last.
Blood Prison, awesome. You need to
Blood
watch
Prison was amazing, bro. I'm trying to
Even
get Bard to do a watch along so he can
bro,
watch Blood
even
Prison so he
even
can understand,
Bonds
man.
with the Zero Tails,
They
like that
they
was,
even put Blood Prison in Boruto.
wait, they
Listen,
did?
filler doesn't exist. Everything's canon. That's how you gotta
Everything.
operate.
Well, everything is canon, but canon different continuities.
Well, not Blood Prison,
like
but the
it.
same concept. Like Boruto can mold chakra, Naruto can mold chakra in the prison. I think it was the same prison too. Actually,
Oh, I probably did not watch that episode. You know, so
I know Bar did. He watched anime. Remember that prison when before the Mujina Bandits arc, when Boruto had to go to that prison. Bar,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
With the number 2, you know the number 1 where Boruto learned his compression Rasengan. There was like a number 2 that used to like copy people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He had
Yeah.
like he had like the shadows. It wasn't the copy. It was the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out that the number 1 actually killed the number 2 and took his body, and
Yep.
then they were in a prison cell together. But yeah, I remember that. That was
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. It's not 1-to-1, but I think don't quote me on this. I think that movie, the prison that Naruto was in, it's the same prison that Boruto was in.
That'd be fire. That'd be
I
decent.
think you should
But
check it out, bro.
bro,
it'll
that,
be but like if there were like a Boruto movie, I'd want it to be canon, so we don't have this discussion. So I'd need to watch it if it was canon.
well, even then, like My Academia has like the best movies, and none of them are canon.
Or none.
Ah.
My,
None.
my,
And
my
that
Like
movie
you don't need to
was
be canon. Like you just go for the enjoyment.
yeah, just enjoy that shit, man. Like,
Yeah, like the first
not
5
all
Naruto
Dragon Ball
movies are
movies
just
was
enjoyable.
canon either. Like I
bro,
don't
none
think
of the
you
Dragon
watched
Ball movies were canon.
Exactly.
Broly was canon.
Wasn't the Broly one that literally came out
Broly
a
was
few years ago?
canon.
That's the only
Resurrection
canon
Resurrection of F was
Yeah.
canon.
All the super
Battle of
ones canon.
Gods was canon.
bro. That's Dragon Ball Super. I remember the
No,
Dragon Ball
no, no,
movies.
no, 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 no. Battle of Gods. No, sorry, not Battle of Gods. Yeah, Battle of Gods was Dragon Ball Z.
Wasn't that all Super,
was
bro?
Resurrection? No, Super is Resurrection of F.
What
That's
about
all looks the
the?
same
I
to
think
me.
it was the Dead Zone movie. Isn't that canon? Dragon Ball Z?
No, not well. Kind
Is
of.
that the
Yeah.
one with Gogeta?
No, that's
No, that's when Gohan fights. Can't remember dude's name.
not
That's not
Pilaf.
canon, bro.
the
That's
blue
It's-
guy though.
They
It's
they put it
invincible.
they put it in the anime, but that was a filler episode.
Okay.
But that movie is good though.
Yeah, that's a good movie. But they did put it in the anime though, but it was a filler. When he came back.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is going back to the topic at hand, but like not really. I got an answer, but like not really. So I got breaking news for you
Shoot.
guys, and I want to get your reaction. I'm gonna post.
Wait, hold on. We didn't even talk
that.
about the next year of TBV. What's going on?
This is the next year of TBV, and by that I mean next decade of TBV.
Okay.
So Saruto has been
Oh my god.
officially
I'll be
confirmed.
right back.
No, I'm not clickbaiting. This is
I'll be
actually
back.
for real. Kishimoto
I see that.
This dude is
confirmed.
literally lying and saying I'm not.
I'm not lying.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
lying. Kishimoto in an interview confirmed Saruto. I'm not lying. Look at the link.
Me when I lie.
Yeah, I'm not lying. This is a Kishimoto interview from when he went to France.
Is that
recently.
what's that X? Is that porn, bro? Like,
Yeah. No,
Twitter.
that's Twitter, bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You gotta excuse Kidomaki. He's in Jamaica, bro.
Okay, I get it. Y'all are in
They got
denial.
X
You're
in
in
Jamaica,
shock.
bro.
I get it. Okay, but it's true. It's real.
Bro, you
Alright,
can't
so-
listen to Smurfy, bro. Oh my goodness.
What do you mean? It's a
All
recent
right, so
interview.
this is what it says, and I
Oh
wanted
my
to
god.
add something. I heard there are rumors about a secret for Boruto, two blue vortex. Is that right? Kishimoto, what should we say now, Ikimoto-san? Ikimoto, who knows? Should we tell the truth? Kishimoto, okay, then it's true. We are currently working on the secret for two blue vortex. Interviewer, oh, so the rumors are true. What is the secret about? Can you give us more information about this? Ikimoto, right now we can't. Boruto Two Blue Vortex even isn't even finished yet.
So you
If
working on
we
this?
would give you more information about the story, then we would also spoil our fans who support the series so much. Kishimoto, that's right, but we can already say that our children will help us creating the sequel. Interviewer, your children,
There's a second
and
page.
then I know.
Mm,
Kishimoto,
goodness.
yes, our children, they all started drawing their own little manga, and we asked if they wanted to help us. Of course, it's a big challenge for them because it would be their first real manga, but we are confident they can do it. Their potential is huge. Ikimoto lies, especially Kishimoto Sensei's children have huge potential. Kishimoto, stop talking about my children like that and laughs. Your children are as talented as you. I think that is a bigger achievement. Sorry. Ikimoto, now you're exaggerating. Kishimoto, but I am serious. There's a reason why I chose you to draw the Boruto manga. You have a talent like nobody has. Interviewer, well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this all sounds amazing. Do you already know when we will be able to read the sequel for Boruto 2 Blue Vortex? Kishimoto, probably around 2030. 2030?
Hey, no, this actually makes sense
Imagine,
though.
bro.
So if Two
Imagine,
Blue Vortex is as long as part 1, about 80 chapters, that is about 8 to 9 years. Or
bro.
even less.
Imagine
About
sitting down
6
and
to
like
7.
writing all of this, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy,
Wait,
No,
bro.
why do you not believe
Bro,
it?
bro has a lot of time on his hands, bro.
Kitamaki, you plugged into Boruto Twitter. Talk to us. Is this Cap? What's going on?
Nah, yeah, that's Cap. That's regular Smurfy, bro. He does
What
that
do
on the
you
regular.
mean?
That's
Prove
not
it.
real.
It's
I
an
know it's not
interview.
real. It's not no. First of all, the interview isn't even until like August, so I don't know what interview that is. They have an interview in France, I think. So I don't know. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Hey, unless you can get
And this was
Kishimoto
like
himself to
this was
deny
like
it,
from
it's
a
canon.
few days ago, and like literally
That's
no one is
it.
talking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. I'm like 2 days ago, like the 4th
Is
of
this
July. What is
low-key?
this? Nah, no such thing. It's Kishimoto. No such thing.
Yeah, bro just made that up.
What page is this from? This is from some Smurfy dude. Says in a recent interview, Kishimoto and Ikimoto were talking about a new project after Boruto TVV, and given what they said, it's possible that we really will get a Saruto manga.
Looks like an elite Boruto account to me. I ain't gonna lie.
It's reliable.
If he
Yeah,
fooling everybody, I
he's
don't
an
know.
elite troll, bro.
Hey, all I'm
if
saying,
he
who you gonna trust?
look like
Smurfy or Keto? I got my money on Smurfy. He's the optimist.
I might have to pull a subscriber rank right here with Kitamaki. I don't know. He's the more trusted Boruto source for me. I
Nah,
don't
you
know.
can't be listening to Keto after he's saying Minato has Kaguya ties. Look how I'm on.
I did
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
Udi
I
got a
said
point.
he had
Udi got a point.
Kagoromo ties, bro.
I
Bro,
just
like
seen some crazy thing that said that that Minato's mom is what's her name, Tsunade, and Dan's
that's
dad.
Bro, that's
that's
a
like
wild theory.
that's the oldest Naruto theory. It
Literally.
isn't true, but yeah.
Yeah,
Namikaze
I
is
did my research.
that Minato has like insane amounts of chakra, bro. There's no way that dude is just a regular ninja, bro. He's not, nah, bro. That dude is definitely like some
Okay.
offspring like from Senju some shit, bro.
He might not have a lot of chakra, so I get what you're saying that because he spams flying Raijin when it takes
Not even
Gen
that
Naruto and the third
Also,
person to
Reaper
use
Dead
it.
Seal.
Okay, how much chakra does Reaper Death Seal take? Exactly.
It takes relatively the same amount of chakra as the person that you're sealing.
Exactly.
So half of
Yeah.
the nine tail.
Half of
That's
the
not-
nine tails.
Okay. Listen.
Okay, you see. No, you know.
No, but that was an exhausted Nine Tails. That doesn't count. That was Nine Tails after fighting.
Bro, the nine
Facts.
tails literally fired one Bijumon.
That's like I could have used Reaper Death Seal to kill Ishiki in his last 3 seconds of life. It's not impressive.
That is crazy.
Oh, wow. Was did everybody talk about the next year of Boruto?
What you
I
say about
get
that?
The next year of Boruto.
yeah the predictions.
What could happen in the next year of Boruto? Well, hopefully the story kind of slows down a bit. Of course, I mean people are gonna complain because it's a monthly manga, so it's gonna be a bit tedious for it to go into the information phase. But it has to at some point. Um, and yeah, maybe we get to like learn more about the Uzumakis. Tubu Vortex stuff. I think it's kind of hinting towards it happening. Hopefully, we get the long-awaited Otsutsuki, arc and stuff. We learn more about the existence of the
I
Otsutsukis.
wish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
I, I don't want to stay in the Leaf Village. I'm tired of seeing them, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing the Leaf Village. So hopefully we get a change of scenery. Maybe Boruto takes Himawari and Sarada and goes rogue with them. And we get to see a grander scale of the universe. But that's just me. Yeah.
Yeah. I see this arc that's currently going on lasting about 3, maybe 4 more chapters. So we'll probably start a new arc around the end of the year, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, no, it can't be that. You think like Bug and Ada or yeah, Bug and Ada and plus Matsuri and Konohama they're gonna settle their storylines in like 3 or 4 chapters?
I don't think that's going to be in this arc. I think that's going to be a different arc, maybe next arc. I mean,
the
you don't have to
side
get.
That's
art.
possible too. That's possible too. I
Sude.
can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're probably gonna get
Then
Mangekyo before then, though.
they can even do a thing to where they combine the arcs, like how the tuning exams did the Konoha Crush. Those are 2 different arcs with 2 different themes, two different ideas going on, conflicts, etc. But it's like following right after the tuning exams.
That's true.
Do you see?
Speak-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bar. I've been talking a lot. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say for the rest of this arc, like if I had to give like what I'd want to see, like it, I wouldn't necessarily mind if it is like 4 or 5 more chapters in the future. The only thing that I wouldn't necessarily like want is like for the Bug and Ada thing to like go on a little bit too long. The reason why I say that is because I really want to see that interaction. Like I really want to see Bug potentially try to steal Ada's Sharingan and see how that's gonna go. Like, but other than that, like I could definitely see him say like, hey, we're probably gonna save some of the Shinju for a potential arc in the future, something like that. I could see that. The reason why I say that is because with Tail Beast, it seems like they could be like a recurring thing because they already laid the foundation of Tail Beast not necessarily being able to die. These are essentially like baby ten tails. Like they could just say, "Hey, you killed him now," but like maybe in like 24 or like 30 chapters or something like that. Hey, here they come again, and Bug is finally attacking A or something like that. I'd love to see that, but like other than that, like as I said earlier, movies I'd love to see. Anime that might be a pipe dream. Uh Sarda's Mangekyo Sharingan, bro. Are we gonna see that in next year, bro? Like what is
Easily.
going
I
on?
would. Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
so. For sure. For sure. For sure. I
I
think
think
so.
next chapter, to be honest.
Should have already
Next
gotten it,
chapter.
honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maybe in
sure.
the next couple chapters for sure.
yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up, Miso? Hey, we gonna have him on the podcast coming
Yo,
up
legit.
next week. Yeah, he's a
Yo,
YouTuber.
you have a Miso on the
Everybody's-
podcast next week? I'm having Miso on the
Yeah.
podcast next
Oh,
week. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
What's up? What's good, Miso? Everybody subscribe
No
to him.
way.
Drop your YouTube. So everybody.
You
You got a busy week next week, Miso. What
This
I found him on YouTube. He had good content. I don't want,
Bro, that's hilarious. I can't believe that coincidence.
yeah, everybody subscribe to me. So he gonna be on the podcast next Saturday.
Shout out Miso.
roll this more.
Facts.
But yeah, as far as me though, like what I want to see, Bar, me and you is like neck and neck on that. I want to see a movie. I always say that a lot, but I really want to see also like what's going on with the Otsutskis because I want them to bring back that space curvature thing where everything on Earth is out of whack and stuff like that. Because you got to think about it. Like before, we just had when they were saying like the space curvature was at this percentage because of like Naruto and the Tail Beast and stuff like that. And now we got full Otsutskis there like Boruto, Kawaki, and then we got the Shinju there as well.
On top of that, the cyborgs too. Yeah,
Right, exactly.
I
So
don't know how that's going to affect space curvatures. Yeah, I feel you.
exactly. So I want to see some Otsutsuki's come, maybe try to hunt down Himawari, maybe try to hunt down the Shinju or something like that, and take that power back. Like that's something that I'm interested in. Like the next couple, like 12 chapters, maybe like a cliffhanger at the 12th chapter, something like that.
All right, I see. I definitely think we're not gonna get some big Ada versus Bug confrontation. I feel like Mello's been poisoning the well with that a little bit too much. There's no reason to take Ada out the story. She's not too OP or anything like that. I like the idea of Bug evolving. I think you can do a lot there with Bug, and so he seems to be the most Tin Tails like, the least human as well. What I do like is getting a hypothetical Code versus Bug match, a little like Knight versus Shinju action there, or even Mitsuki, the bodyguard versus Bug. I don't even think we're gonna need to get Damon involved. If he does, he's just gonna dog walk Bug, and I don't think Bug's gonna be around after that to absorb Ada, because I don't think he's gonna be too cocky or arrogant, and that's gonna be his flaw to let his guard down or anything. It just doesn't seem like he needs to go in that direction. I think an interesting aspect with that though is you kill Bug and he comes back just like a cockroach, just like a bug. I think as long as I think this should apply to all Shinju, and it's a really interesting way to keep them relevant as a threat, just persisting, staying around, is that it doesn't matter if you kill them. As long as their people are still in the tree, any one of those thousands of claw grinds coming around will just transform into them again. They'll just rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, be born again, and if they got the claw marks around, they can just keep coming back over and over. So you can't stop them by killing them. You have to stop them by freeing the people, however that comes about. I don't know how they'll do it, but it's an interesting way to look at it.
I think a better dynamic or dilemma would be if you kill them, you kill the person in the tree. So that would then, bring up some, emotional stuff. Sarada not wanting to kill Sasuke, Boruto not wanting to kill Sasuke, Konohamaru not wanting to kill, what's her name again?
Moegi.
Moegi, yeah, that guy. And the other stuff. So I think that would be that dilemma. I think would be a bit more interesting.
So you're on the right track, but I think you actually got it backwards. I think the way more interesting way to think about it from the ethical standpoint is if you kill the person in the tree, it kills the Shinju, which would also go along with my idea as well.
It could be both. If you kill the person in the tree, you kill the Shinju, and if you kill the Shinju, you kill the person in the tree.
You could, but I don't know. I just like my idea
it's the
better.
same dilemma.
Just come back. It's the same dilemma, but it's a little bit harder to kill someone like Matsuri than it would be to kill Moegi right now, which I think is the interesting aspect of this, the dilemma. Because especially with Kawaki under Omnipotence, can he kill someone like Moegi if it would come at the result of stopping Matsuri? And how would the village respond to that?
Yeah, and also, can he kill Matsuri if it results in the death of Moegi?
Well, I think, again, that's a little bit less interesting because Matsuri is actively trying to oppose him, actively trying to kill him. And they seem to be the threats. Plus, they don't have that information right now. I feel like if we got information, it would be the other way around rather than vice versa, to where killing Moegi would kill.
Actually, I think it would be interesting if they're in the moment. If let's say they concocted this insane plan and everything is working out fine. They have Jura on the rope. They have Hidari on the ropes. And just as they're about to kill him, with the final blow, Jura is like, if you kill him, Sasuke dies as well. And then because of that, Boruto hesitates, or Sarada hesitates, and Hidari escapes, and yada yada yada. I think that could play out.
Yeah, I'm not saying that'd be bad. That would be good, but I do think it would be even better if it's the other way around, to where they're this unstoppable, unopposing force, this threat of nature that they just can't take down because of how strong, overwhelming they are. Just like their introduction, it felt otherworldly, their power. And so to have that, and then to have someone like innocent and helpless like Moegi, if you take down Moegi, you can stop this travesty from unfolding. But can you dirty your hands like that?
Yeah, I think
just looking at it from a different perspective.
Yeah, that would be fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But Baro, what do you think? Which one would you prefer?
To be honest, any way that allows Kawaki to be involved in the series and just have him seal all the other guys and just have everybody else be freed after that, I think that would be fine. But with without me just shoehorning Kawaki into the storyline, to be honest, I'd prefer it to be the one where like you'd actually like you can't necessarily kill the Shinju because it just adds a different layer. Like you, it's not even to the point where you're like you now just have to be stronger than Shinju. You now have to like do something extra to beat the Shinju. Like it's not just being stronger, which is I think is going to be like a thing in itself. I think eventually maybe Sarad and maybe some of the other characters are probably going to eventually surpass them. But I think that's not going to be good enough. It's going to be something extra. And I think that right there in itself just facilitates it. Like, so I actually did like the scenario where it's like Jura just says like, hey, by the way, you can't kill Hidari or else Sasuke dies too. Like, so I think that would be cool.
Okay. Fair, fair. I definitely think both are interesting, but to me, I just like my aspect better because the Shinju are the ones coming after our heroes. Our heroes aren't actively pursuing the Shinju right now. So it feels like they don't really have a choice. Like it's just too easy to have the only way to solve the problem to be to kill the Shinju. Whereas killing someone like Moegi, you have to go out of your way to do that. You have to make the choice yourself to do that. That's not in self-defense. You have to actively kill the hero rather than opposing the villain who's trying to kill you.
Yeah,
But
it
it's
becomes
kind of the
like
same.
internal
But
conflict.
it's somewhat the same thing, isn't it? Like, it, you, if you go, let's say Sarada goes to kill Sasuke, right? She is doing it in opposition to the villain, which is Hidari. So it's the same thing. So I wouldn't say it's not in. You're not doing it in opposition to the villain. You're doing the same thing.
Well,
Right?
the way I'm
But
looking at it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bar.
now I was about to say I would like a way for the guys, or at least the good guys, to still be alive though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, yeah. Sasuke is probably gonna live. They're gonna find a way. It's shonen.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying they have to kill Moegi. They can just introduce the
Yeah.
concept, which
Yeah.
gives that tension there, whether or not they actually execute on it or not. I definitely think if the Shinju are going after our heroes, again, they're like left with no choice being backed into a corner. They basically have to fight to kill because if they don't kill them, they're just going to heal or come back. Unlike someone like killing Moegi, that's a one and done thing. They have the choice there. When you're fighting for your life, you don't really have the choice because, like, what's the other alternative? Just to die? That's not really a choice in this case. But technically, you could have the easy or hard choice, depending on how you look at it, to just not kill Moegi and have Matsuri perform whatever travesty it is. Like, if it comes down to killing Moegi or Konohamaru gets eaten and she leaves, would Sarada or Team 10 be able to do that? It's not just from the audience perspective. It's from these characters who care about both characters in this case. That's what makes it a difficult choice for them. So I think giving them the choice, it is a choice in this case. Whose life are you going to save? Rather, whose life are you going to choose to end? Konohamaru or Moegi's?
I did that. That sounds good too. That sounds good too. The only thing I'd say against that though, these Shinju, they've shown the tendencies to like change their targets. So like hypothetically, if it's like, hey, we're choosing Matsuri over like Konohamaru, then Matsuri just changes. Now she has like a different target. Now it's like, damn, we just sacrificed Konohamaru for nothing.
Hey, I wouldn't put it past the writer, man.
No, I feel that. I do think
Konohamaru getting so.
that aspect is actually unique to Jura. In fact, I think the whole target idea is in a way unique to Jura. Jura's the one that came up with the idea in the first place, and Jura's the only one who's changed targets. Hypothetically, if Jura never told the other three about a target, would they have naturally came to the conclusion to think of a target in the first place?
I
That's a good
think
question.
they would. The reason why I say this is because they did, in a sense that they had a natural instinct. So they would have. It's like the same Toneri Borta thing. He kind of sped up the process. So in them, they had a natural inkling to consume that person anyway. I think he just sped up the process of them realizing that, because if he just said, yo, what's your target, and they're like immediately, oh, it's Konohamaru. I mean, I think eventually they would have gotten to that point if it's that instilled in them to that person being the target, you know.
So Hidari says Sarada is the only person that he's ever known, implying that he knew so Hidari knew Sarada from the moment he was born, not from the moment Jura brought up the idea. But it didn't seem like Hidari was interested in it until Jura brought up the idea of eating her. Rather, it seems like the Shinju were going to quote unquote give in to their instincts, unlike Jura was saying, and just go after Otsutsukis such as Boruto or Kawaki. I don't think Hidari would have ever been interested in consuming Sarada if Jura didn't bring it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe not. I don't know.
To be honest, I think the Shinju they have like my god Kinomaki said, they have like the natural desire to like consume something. It's just that they didn't necessarily know exactly what they were supposed to consume. And I believe because the only person that Sasuke knew, or Hidari in this situation, the only person that Hidari knew when he was born was Sarada, that then became his target. Because like in the last chapter, like he wasn't necessarily like questioning his target, but he was like wondering what he gets from it. And like hypothetically, like if he right now he's just looking for information and information about himself. If Sarda like is able to like give him that information, like maybe he won't actually try to like consume her, but his target will then like change to something else because he still does have that natural like want to actually consume things. But it's just not wouldn't necessarily just be like just Sarda, put it like that.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's things in general, because I think that wonder itself came from Jura. I think he just would have been interested in Boruto and Kawaki. I think, again, Jura is very interesting, so I wouldn't say Jura changed his target. Rather, it seems like Jura is doing everything he can to put something in the way of having to consume his target, Naruto. He's adding things. He's reading books. He's stopping by a bookstore. He's walking through Konoha. He's fighting Kawaki. He's changing his quote unquote change his target to Himawari. He's doing all these things to basically elongate the final destination of confronting Naruto to consume Naruto. It seems like that's almost his last resort. It's something that he wouldn't hesitate to do, but it's something that he's trying to save until there really is no other choice. It seems like he's trying to find his identity or whatever through any means necessary that isn't that first.
To me, I think it's that extra bit of consciousness. I'd say that Code gave them. I think they want to stay alive in like a weird way, and they can't explain why. I think that comes from Code, where it's like they have like another 50% where it's just like I want to consume, and the thing that they want to consume is like Otsutsuki members. But if they do that, they then like they're not living anymore because they then become a tree. So
Yeah.
I think it's that. What?
Yeah, it's like and even with the Matsuri thing, like she brought up Konohamaru and Team 10 before Jura even said anything about consuming. So like even before he brought them up, she was already thinking about them. Not necessarily in the context. She didn't say that she wanted to devour them at that point, but she mentioned them like she can sense their sadness and rage, you know. And that led into Jura mentioning that this is proof of her awareness, you know, being stimulated. So that goes back to what Baro was saying before about, you know, about code injecting, you know, awareness into them. And I think they would have manifested it eventually because it is there, you know. Maybe they would have, maybe, you know, maybe they're not smart and they would have just went after Boruto and consumed them and turned into like, you know, god trees. And Jura was just the one that guided them away from that, you know. Obviously that's what happened literally. So, but I don't know if him not being there would have necessarily 100% meant that they wouldn't have gone down this path eventually, you know.
Yeah. So, Bar, I'm actually really glad you said that because that actually gets into some like advanced writing things that I think are going on. So, you got to look at the goal and then why they have that goal, then why they really have that goal. I'll use Naruto as the example first. Naruto wants to become Hokage. Why? It's not because of what he gains from Hokage. It's because of the acknowledgement that he wants. That's what he really wants. That's his need rather than his want. He wants to be Hokage because he needs acknowledgement. Well, why is acknowledgement important to Naruto? It's because of his pain. He's running away from loneliness. That's why he wants acknowledgement in the first place. That's what he really needs. So you take that and you apply it to the Shinju. it gets a little bit muddy at first, but it seems applying the same concept. They want to evolve. Why? Because they need identity. That's their goal. That's what they're really after. Why do they care about identity? What are they running away from? What hurt them? It seems like their previous life of being a mindless beast, they hate that. It makes them vulnerable and sensitive to where they have this mask up, trying to shield themselves away from that, trying to run away from that. They're doing anything they can. They're desperate to maintain what they have, to gain a unique sense of identity because they can't let go of this consciousness that they gained. It means something to them. It means everything to them. So they will do everything in their power to maintain it. That's what I believe.
Yeah, 1,000%. I'm kind of interested to see exactly how. Good, hypothetically, if this is exactly what they're going for, I want to see exactly how this manifests like storyline wise, like how they show this. Like, do they just overtly talk about it, or is it like
Yeah.
Jura is like, hey, this is the time I'm finally supposed to like actually like absorb Boruto, but I'm just not. Is he gonna have like an internal struggle? I think that'd be like a cool sight to see because again with the ten tails they're as you said they were actually like mindless beings to us, but now it's like they're gaining personalities. It's kind of like similar to like the cyborg, the fascination that we had like earlier in the anime onlys back when we had the Mitsuki retrieval arc where it's like they have a personality too.
But even then, I think it's a bit interesting because, um, if they if the beings if the Shinjus end up like manifesting personalities, which they have, in the story, um, does them evolving into the god tree erase that? Like I'm not sure. It kind of feels like Jura thinks it will, but I'm not sure if it will. Because it's something that's now present. No, it wasn't there before, and the Ten Tails continue to be a mindless entity. Although later on in the war, it merged with Kage, it started to speak and all that lovely stuff. It's kind of convoluted. But yeah, these guys, they have the consciousness already. They have the awareness. Jura is learning. I think if they end up merging later on and they consume an Otsutsuki, I don't think that's gonna happen. But hypothetically, um, wouldn't the dominant personality take control of the beast that it creates in the end? Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think going along the lines of this, the Shinju have a character flaw. So they fall in the same lines as a lot of villains to where they have this intentional contradiction. These characters are blind to themselves. They're pursuing something that they already have. And so you look at like someone like Sasuke, he's trying to stop Kaguya despite Kaguya trying to do the exact same thing he later goes on to do. You look at Naruto, he wants acknowledgement, but Naruto's seeking acknowledgement so much, he doesn't stop to smell the flowers, look around, and see the fact that Aruka, Jiraiya, his parents, Hinata, they've acknowledged him all along. So you look at the Shinju, they're trying to gain something that they've already had all along. They were born with identity. The fact that they gave themselves a name, something to identify as, proves they have identity. They have unique characteristics, however the word is, both physically and like mentally, spiritually. Yeah, personality. They have it all, but they're trying to gain something that they already have. They're blind to the fact that they already have what their goal is.
I
They, they,
mean,
just, they just don't realize
it
it
de-
yet.
it depends. I think it depends on like if you think they're trying to gain something um that they already have, right? It could be that they're just trying to understand it. Because even as Bara pointed out in chapter 11, chapter 12, the last one, Jura wasn't necessarily like um, deciding whether he would consume Sarda. He's wondering what he would gain from it. So I think it's more so them trying to understand. It's like a baby getting a new toy, um, and it's distracting him from the proprietor. That old meme with the Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore. It's
Yeah.
playing with a different toy. So yeah, he's like, oh yeah, we wanted to consume Otsutsuki's originally and just turn into a tree. Now this seems a bit more interesting. Let's see where this goes, and try to gain as much knowledge as possible. So I think it's more so trying to understand the identity, since it's something new, rather than them trying to gain it, since even though they already have it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think the Shinju are honestly brilliant villains for the Naruto franchise as a whole. You go back to the overarching theme of the series. ninja aren't tools. At the end of the day, shinobi are still human, no matter how hard they try and escape that fact. That applied to Zabuza. That applied to Orochimaru. That even applies to Sasori, who tried to rid himself of his human body, but the only thing he couldn't get rid of was his heart, his humanity. The Shinju possess humanity. They literally come from humans, yet they are Otsutsuki. They're both, and they need to embrace both. Not just their humanity, not just their Otsutsuki. They need to find the synthesis to where they can merge to find their unique selves within themselves. Hidari isn't Sasuke. Hidari isn't the Ten Tails. Hidari is Hidari. Hidari needs to embrace that. And I think this is perfect because unlike Kaguya, who was the least human villain in all of Naruto, that's why she was the final villain. She's literally an alien. It's the perseverance of humanity against literal aliens at that point, the least human thing. You take these Shinju, and they basically are humanity. Hidari is mostly the Ten Tails with a little bit of humanity. You get the juxtaposition of that. Humanity has chakra. Humanity has Otsutsuki ties, Kaguya lineage. Humanity itself is mostly human with a little bit of Otsutsuki. It's the exact inverse of what these Shinju are. They have a perfect conflict with each other because they basically are the opposite end of the same coin.
Thanks, Oud, for agreeing with everything I said.
But I said it more elegantly.
Awesome. Thank you, Oud, for agreeing with my Kaguya theory. Awesome.
I knew you were going to say that.
Awesome. That's brilliant.
Oud said it
Only
elegantly.
narratively. But what do you guys think about that? Free game, Bar? You guys got thoughts on that?
Nah, I agree on it.
Yeah. All right.
I ain't gonna lie, I blinked out. I was doing other things. I'm sorry.
After all that beautiful dialogue I just said too.
Type shit.
Yeah.
What's it called? I did want to ask because what's it called? We have some of y'all, or some of the new guys, I guess. We had some of these conversations with the original three, me, Free Game, and my guy MELLO. I forget my guy MELLO. But I want to, I want to ask y'all, and this right here would be like kind of like a not necessarily too much of a Boruto topic, but like,
oh wait, hold up. And if you guys want to donate, MELLO got in another fight at McDonald's. That's why he's not here right now. So if you want to donate to MELLO's bail, then think about leaving a super chat that support the podcasters and also will help us get MELLO out of the jam that he's in. Yeah, continue.
yeah, has there been a definitive new big three?
He just keeps going.
I don't know if that was a joke or what, but
He just keeps going. He didn't even break a sweat. Bar is the GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT.
Bar's like, oh, he's in prison? I bet. All right, so back to Boruto.
My bad. I ain't even noticed. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, I was just asking, has there been like a definitive new big three? I know back in the day we used to always talk how it was like Naruto, it was Boruto. Well, I said Naruto, Boruto. It used to be Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. And I seen like a promotion of it with I forgot what it's called. There's like an event coming out. I always forget the event names. I think it's Anime Expo, and they were doing like a big three thing. So has there been like a definitive new big three, or is it still like all up in the air?
Hey, no, you didn't stutter. You were spitting. Naruto, Boruto, Two Blue Vortex. That is my big three.
It depends on like what generation are you referring to exactly? The current one.
Yeah.
Yeah, current.
Currently, that wouldn't include Attack on Titan, right?
No.
Nah, that ended.
Okay, so I would say it has to be My Hero Academia, JJK, My Academia, JJK. Who else? I guess Boruto.
Game Rant is saying the new big three is My Hero, JJK, like you said, and Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a Demon Slayer. JJK,
Yeah, probably.
sure.
Yeah.
My Hero, I'm not so sure about, especially considering it's been on the downhill and it's ending in like less than 5 chapters now.
That is crazy. My Academia is one of the best-selling mangas, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, tell it to the stats.
No, it can be in a like Naruto was in a downward like spiral before.
Nah, Naruto was peaking. It was all uphill from there.
Cap.
They say Tokyo Revengers was
Big three now, bro.
Bro,
not
that's
big three, but considered in the running for big three.
The only reason why Boruto is hard to consider Boruto Big Three is because of sales. It is popular on Manga Plus, but when it comes like sales, it doesn't really compete with like JJK and MHA.
Like volume sales.
Yeah. It's like and then you have Demon Slayer, and that's not even a competition. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
They
Demon
got-
Slayer would beat it out, you know.
They got Attack on Titan would have made the big three. It says list wouldn't be complete without mentioning the show in particular that has influenced anime culture for nearly a decade. Attack on Titan. With the anime coming to a close, it didn't make this list in particular, but it will go down as one of the most popular and influential anime ever.
Bro,
But
I'll
yeah,
be
like-
begging Mello to watch Attack on Titan, man.
It even says it broke
man.
streaming number records and even broke some streaming services due to the sheer volume of fans trying to watch the show. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I don't know. It just feels like Attack on Titan, especially compared to other shows that end. It feels like once Attack on Titan ended, or at least when that final episode in the anime came out, it just fell off the map. People just don't care anymore.
Bro, I
was
still have not
popular.
watched the finale. I paid for my Hulu subscription again. I'm about to finish that, but it's only in sub though. I want to watch it dubbed. That's the only reason why I never finished it on Hulu.
I mean, like it's like years. Like I don't know. It is Boruto. Boruto is like 7 years old, right? It's the same like
8 now.
age as AOT, right?
Yeah, I
Or
would
is
say
AOT
around the
older?
same time. No, I would say around the same time period. Well, they say AOT been around for like a decade. I would give Boruto like probably like 8 years because we've been doing this podcast for at least 3, and Boruto was out before that.
Hmm. Okay. So I guess I would consider Boruto like mid-gen.
Mid-gen.
MHA as well, like mid-gen. You know, not mid as in.
Yeah,
mid-gen.
It's
It's
like
like,
middle
uh,
child.
but
Yeah,
then-
it's like the
but
middle
then-
child. You know.
But then My Hero come around that time too. My Hero been out for a while too.
Yeah.
How many seasons we in on My Hero?
I think it has like 6 seasons.
Nah, I think it's more than that.
It's currently on its 7th.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, so that's all I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels like My Hero never really.
And then the
Oh,
manga is still ahead of the.
Hey, no way, yo,
anime, too.
someone remove Oud, bro. Hey, no way.
I'm
bro,
comparing
listen.
top
Yeah,
3.
ain't no way.
No, top
Bro,
10. Sure, it's
Bro,
not.
MH
top
is literally
10.
one of the best-selling new gen mangas, bro. What are you talking about?
Bro, isn't Black Clover?
I can't read the manga, so I'm a
Black Clover?
partially
Yeah.
partially agree with Oud. I can't read the manga, but I'll watch the anime.
Bro, what? Oh my
It's too many
goodness, man.
fucking
my
excuse my
God,
language.
bro.
There's too many damn characters.
What? Bro,
Yes!
ain't no way, bro. Bro,
I never heard that.
Yes, there is a way.
Bro, you read Naruto, bro. Ain't no way, bro. That's
I
crazy.
read
It's literally
Boruto. I
Konoha.
never
It's,
read the I never read the Naruto manga.
bro, it's literally
True Blue
Konoha
Vortex
13.
is the Boruto show. They refuse to add characters to
It's
Boruto.
literally Konoha
Yeah,
that's a
13 all over again. Anyway, you watch Naruto and then had a problem with this.
Okay, I did read the AOT manga, and it did have a lot of characters. Okay,
There you go.
All
There
right,
you go.
all right,
There
all
you
right,
go.
All right,
Never
all
heard
right.
that complaint. Too many characters.
Too many characters, bro.
Bro,
Too many
y'all
people.
need to read and watch MHA. Bro.
I
It's
think the
literally
last time
one
I
of the
watched
best
it, they
shit
was
ever.
like in school or some shit like that. Like,
Because
it
that's
was after
freaking all they
last
ever do in
battle.
MHA. That's what I'm saying, bro. Black Clover's more popular. They don't
I
have
like
to
Black
Bro,
Clover.
what? What are you
nonsense.
talking about? What?
I'll give you this,
Black
Keto.
Clover's my
Season
shit.
6 of My Hero
Bro,
Academia was really good. Season 6.
Black Clover is so bad it got canceled, bro. What are we?
It did not get canceled. What? No,
What?
it did not.
Literally it got
It went on
canceled, bro.
hiatus. The manga is
Bro,
still going.
that's another word for
You're
canceled,
tripping.
bro. What are we talking about?
Okay, so Boruto got canceled.
Yes.
Yes.
Bro, there's gonna be a lot of angry people in the
What
comment
about Dragon
section,
Ball
bro.
Z? Did that get canceled?
Yes.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z got canceled.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
It got cancelled and then uncancelled, bro. I can't say the same about Black Clover. Black Clover been on hiatus for like 10 years, bro.
Hey, you know
No,
what?
that's
My Hero
not
not gonna
true.
get
Stop
uncanceled.
it.
It's gonna stay.
Even Bleach got cancelled, bro, for 10 years.
Yeah, Bleach did get canceled. Well, no, it didn't get canceled.
Bro,
You know what?
hiatus
Bleach
is just
a
another
word.
word for cancer, bro. Like, what
Bleach might
nonsense,
be
bro.
top 3, at least in the conversation.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
literally big 3, bro.
It was big 3, and I think in the new gen it might be big 3 again.
In new gen, nah, bro, Cybercap. The new anime fell off, bro. What are we talking about?
Now that new anime revitalized it, bro. The community is bigger than ever.
Cap. Oh my goodness. Ood is so disconnected, bro. What are you talking about? The
What do you
Bleach
mean?
fandom is basically non-existent, bro.
Bro,
Like,
15 years ago, we barely freaking had communities. Freaking now that how could it not be bigger than ever just by default?
I mean, technically, I guess.
There you
Wait,
go.
I'm a part of the Bleach community. What are you talking about?
No,
No,
look,
I'm just saying.
it's
even
good. I'm
though-
just saying, like, the
go ahead.
success wasn't that great. From
Bro, no.
It's
No.
controversial, but it was
The
successful.
whole studio period decided to stop doing multiple animes because of the success of 1,000-Year Blood War. Now they want to focus on one anime at a time.
bro, that was just that was just like the window into it. They literally did the Bleach anime in seasonal. Like, they did it. It's literally seasonal. So Bleach was just the window. They were already going in that direction.
Yeah, it's Dataro was right. It's the work of art is in an instant.
Because
It's
they're
like a
following,
firework. It goes off in a
every
boom.
other bro. It's like you just have to do what everybody's doing. You know, like,
Hey, a
Studio
firework
Wit
isn't as
is
cool
doing it,
if it doesn't
you know,
last a year. If it lasts a year, it's not cool anymore. It's not a firework at that point. Just a flash of lights. It's like a star.
What is that called again? 1,000-Year Blood War. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Now, one more thing I'll add in here is even though Hunter x Hunter hasn't been going, it's been the most maintained consistently popularity-wise anime manga,
That's
I think,
true.
of all time.
Cap. That's no cap.
All time. All time.
That's cap.
Well,
That's cap. What are
you
we
know,
talking
currently.
about?
I'm with you.
Bro, the
Listen, Dragon Ball doesn't count
Hunter,
because it came
I'm
back.
with you.
bro, come on.
Bro,
That shit is
be
so
gassed
mid,
when
bro.
people
It's
be
overrated,
gassed
bro.
when he drops another
Yeah.
chapter.
What else
Stop
has
it.
ended, stayed popular
Naruto.
as much as
Naruto
Naruto
never
never
did
ended.
it.
Naruto. Wait, hold on. I seem to recall this series being called Boruto. Okay, so I don't know.
No, wait,
I don't know what you
Oh,
guys.
you mean Boruto?
Naruto Next
Boruto.
Generation.
Hold on.
that ended
Boruto
too.
Naruto
It's
Next
TBV.
Generation.
Naruto
That ended
ended in
too.
2016. So I don't know what you guys talking about.
No, it was Boruto Naruto Next Generation.
No.
His name
There's
is
no
still in
next.
the
No,
title.
that's just
That ended in 2023.
What's the name? What's the name of Boruto's manga? Hold on. What's the name of Boruto's manga?
Naruto Next Generation.
No, it's called Boruto.
You
That's
gotta
what
prove
it's
that.
called. Okay.
Nah, give me
Oh,
the
I
raw
forgot to-
Japanese
I forgot to-
kanji.
I forgot
No,
to bring up too.
literally, bro.
Brian
Yes.
brings up a good point. Fire Force trailer dropped finally too, and Fire Force. I think
Bro,
is
for
one of my
real?
favorites.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I'm
that-
actually hyped about
Fire
that.
Force
Yo,
is freaking
I'm looking that
lit,
up right now.
bro.
Bro, I'm actually
shit's
so
still
hyped
going,
about that.
bro?
It's been
That's
years.
crazy.
Yeah.
No way, dude. Oh my god, I'm actually so hyped. Dude, I can't explain how
Bro, they
much.
could have just put that
Hold
money
up.
towards a good material, bro.
You crazy. Killer
Yo.
was wild.
Bro, there's so many good
9
like,
minutes
mangas
ago,
that need adaptation.
bro.
My goodness.
You see the trailer?
Let's go. Yes.
Yeah, I was just watching it too before I said it. That fucking trailer is crazy.
Oh my god. Here, I'm gonna put this in chat and not share my screen because copyright. Here, chat.
Copyright's gonna clap your ass.
Sorry, shit.
Yeah.
No diddy.
Yeah. But overall, the next big gen is gonna be Kagurabachi, Kaiju number 8, and I would say Dandadan, maybe?
I never
Is that
heard
what
of
it's
that.
called? Dandadan? I don't know.
Never heard of
I don't
Shout
know.
out Kanye mom. So.
that. That's Dondo, bro.
Dando?
Donda.
Donda.
What's Donda Don? Is
It's
that
a-
like
it's
a
a-
samurai type of thing?
I have no idea. It's just like it's really popular on Manga Plus. Like they have so many like mangas coming out, bro. Oh, it's so crazy. You think there's nothing else to read aside from Boruto, but
Okay.
it's literally
Nah,
packed,
that's a
bro.
lot of stuff, bro. That's a lot of stuff.
There we go.
But yeah, guys.
But-
Go ahead, Bar.
Oh, I just want to get their opinions about Dragon Ball Daima. I didn't necessarily.
Oh,
I always
yeah,
forget like
sure.
who watches Dragon Ball, who doesn't. Like y'all two opinions about that because I don't think we asked y'all yet.
No, Kamui just. Oh yeah, you wasn't on. Kamui was the only one who doesn't watch Dragon Ball. I'm sure Kiddo does.
Daima is the kid thing though.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I see the
Uh,
vision. I have PTSD from Dragon Ball GT, so I don't know.
What?
We'll see.
What? PTSD?
The
yeah,
first
Goku did
13
turn into a
episodes,
kid.
man. First
Yeah.
13 episodes, man. That was a chore, you know.
That's crazy. He said that was a
So
joke.
are you
Saying
not
if you watch the
anticipating? You're not
movie, watch
anticipating
the
it. Put it
movie.
like that.
I mean, well, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not like overly excited. You know, we'll see. It was the last work from Toriyama, so I'll check it out. See what happens.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly why I want to see it too.
Yeah.
Well, not the fact that it looks amazing. That's number one.
But
But
hold,
my boy
hold,
Toriyama.
it's using the
as well.
3D thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I probably won't watch it then. I don't know.
Wait, 3D? No, I think he's using CGI though. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah, that's what I meant. CJ. But I said you.
To be honest, my favorite art style is the 3 shade art style from Dragon Ball Super. I love
Bruh,
it. I'm sorry.
my
Yeah.
favorite is the one from the Broly movie.
The Broly movie, yeah, that one was the best. They
Bruh,
got
if
a
they put
different artist for that.
But if they put that shit in everything, bro, I wouldn't mind. Like when I say everything, I mean every single thing.
They got
Across
a
every
different
medium.
studio to do that. They make Goku skinnier and everything. Like people had a little problem with it. I didn't at all.
Oh, I love
No,
it.
it's not CGI, bro. It's not CGI.
It's not
Bro, his
CGI?
Super Saiyan
Awesome.
God form, that slim form, the coolest he's ever looked. I love it.
Nah, that shit is hideous.
To be
Bro.
honest,
Stop it. That
nah,
shit's
I rock
hideous.
with it. I like it.
Nah,
I
bro,
like
bro.
it.
Super Saiyan blue, Super
Bro.
Saiyan
Big
red.
pupils
Nah,
too.
bro.
No,
Nah,
it looks.
bro looks like a
It looks more
cartoon,
like
bro.
the Broly movie, bro.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
it's not.
We all on the same wavelength
It
here.
looks better in the Broly movie, but not in the Battle of Gods movie. I don't like it, bro.
It's
I'm
slender. It's sleek.
Nah,
Looks
bro. Bro looks
clean.
like he's about to die, bro.
What?
Get up.
Wow.
Bro,
Check out this. I'm
bro
gonna
literally
put it
looks
in the
dried
private
up.
chat. It's not CGI at all. It's actually this art is fantastic.
Yeah, I mess with it. Yeah.
Oh, snap. I'm going to
Yeah.
watch this for sure.
Why is
Because
Goku
I
black,
was
bro?
I
Why is he
was
black?
hoping
What's
they
going
didn't
on?
do that like Dragon Ball
Oh.
superheroes style. That would have like threw me off. I wouldn't have watched it all.
Was Goku always light skinned?
Yes.
Well, that's the same
Like
skin
a
color he
tannish
always
color,
got.
I guess.
Thought he was a white, bro. That's crazy.
Nah, he ain't even a white guy, bro. He's a Saiyan.
Yeah. If
Yo, that
Frieza
reminded me
calls
of the
them
meme.
monkeys for a reason, bro. Come on, I'm just playing.
if I'm not mistaken, I think his father's darker, right? How do I forget his name? But it started to be.
Bardock. Yeah,
There
he's
you
a
go,
little
Bardock.
bit-
Bardock
he's a
is
little bit
darker.
tanner. He's a little bit tanner, yeah.
I see.
No, I think you're getting confused with the dude from the Tree of Might.
Tree of Might.
He looked just like Goku.
Probably.
He wanted the fruit so he can make him stronger.
Nah. I just searched up Bardock. I'm almost positive Bardock darker than Goku.
Wait, Bardock, Goku side by side. Hold on, let me see.
It's crazy we looking this up.
Nah, he definitely is, bro. I have it, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Bro, they
it.
look like the same color to me.
It looks same.
Bro, nah, bro.
Nah.
Bro is literally
Now
like
we just
2 shades
colored.
darker, bro. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm pulling up on the screen right
I'm
now.
literally-
Now you looking at fan colorings.
Bro, look
Okay.
look at the second one, bro.
This one?
Bro. Yeah, he's literally that. Yeah,
This
it's
one right
like
here?
2 shades darker, bro.
Come on, bro. Really?
Bro, turn up the brightness on your PC, bro.
Turn on the
Are
brightness.
you
of my-
looking at fan art? This from freaking
that's-
Twitter.
fan
That's
art,
not
bro.
fan
I'm
art,
on
bro. That's
Google.
official material. What are you talking about?
Somebody pull up some colored cannon, bro. We gotta see this for sure.
You can't use them in Super Saiyan because they get whiter in Super Saiyan. You have to look at the base form, bro.
I don't
Nah,
see
bro,
it
it's the
side by
same.
side. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit tanner. It's because Bardock, man, he was going to different planets whooping ass, bro. That's why he got a tan.
He
That's
was
all.
in the sun, bro.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it is.
I respect it.
Oh, let me guess, Keto. So Bardock got genetic information from the sun now too. Is he gonna awaken the sun god?
This
Hey, I
guy
mean,
is
like, I
crazy,
mean,
bro.
look at Superman, bro. He absorbed the sun and like he could like shoot like fucking lasers. I mean, anything's possible.
All right, so okay. Superman has a kid. What percentage of that kid is the sun?
The same percentage
Mm.
of Superman that is the sun.
Okay. Interesting.
Wait, no, it should be 50% of the of what Superman is, because I'm pretty sure.
That's what I've been saying.
No. Saiyans don't have like children the normal way, so he's going to be 100% Superman.
Thank you, Bara, for having
They have
basic
children. What do you mean they
scientific
don't have? Wait,
knowledge, unlike
hold
some
on.
people.
What you mean they don't have children in normal way?
No, they just inject the sperm into like some pods and it just grows and shit.
No, it does not. No, they're born and they put them in those pods.
But
Thank you for knowing.
isn't that what happens in the Snyder movie, bro?
The what?
Okay, so we're basing scientific law based on Snyder's cut now.
What, bro? Wait, and we're basing
I don't
scientific
think
law
they get
based
put
on
in
the
the
writer
pods
that you're
until, like,
using, bro.
1 or
What is
2
this?
years old.
Nah. They literally grow them in the pods. No. Oh, you're mixing up the pod. No, I'm not talking about the pods that they use and send them to the planets. I'm talking about
No, the ones that Broly and Vegeta and Goku was in the Broly.
Oh no, we're referring to Goku, not Goku, Superman.
Oh, y'all talking about Superman? My bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
remember like the Kryptonians,
Okay.
they don't have like natural birth and shit.
Yeah.
They grow them in pods.
Just like Kaguya.
Which is weird
Cap,
because
you have no proof for that, bro.
You have no
which
proof.
is weird
no
because
proof.
Superman can have regular kids with a human, meaning they have the same biological fucking structure, which is fucking
Are compatible biological structures.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I gotta go, guys. It was nice chopping up with you guys. Thank you for joining. My boy Kiddo. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for joining short notice, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks y'all for stopping by. For real.
Yeah, for sure.
Save the
For
pod.
sure. And thank you everybody who joined us, all our members. No super chats to shout out. But yeah, we'll catch y'all later. I'm probably gonna do a watch along after the fight. Probably around like never mind, I'm not doing it. I'll do it tomorrow. Because I ain't gonna have no time.
Who should he call out after the fight?
You said what?
Who should he call out after the fight? You think Shakur?
Bro, Shakur
I
gotta
think
fight
it's Tank.
somebody. Shakur, they put him against nobodies. So
yeah, he gotta call someone out. That's what I'm saying.
I would say Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia got disqualified. Then I would go for probably like Pitbull, but I don't think Tank can. I mean, not Tank. I don't think that Shakur can tank Pitbull at all.
No, I think he could. I don't think nobody outboxing Shakur. Maybe it's because I'm from Newark and Shakur's from Newark. I don't see anybody outboxing.
Bro, I'm going with Shakur too. That's who I root against because he from my hometown. But I don't think Shakur even said that Tank got a hard ass. I mean, not Tank. Sorry, Pitbull got a hard ass head. And then if you watch the fucking Pitbull and Tank fight, Pitbull almost knocked Tank out. Tank had to grab the ropes to catch his balance and shit.
This is going to go into like a longer discussion, so I'm gonna save the pod and co-host on the set as well. But I don't put too much stock into that because I think a lot of people could probably outbox Tank. I just think that Tank know how to knock people out. But that was pretty much
what
who we don't box and talk.
Who can outbox Tank? Well, it's probably like 2 or 3 people. What's the Asian dude name? Fuck. And yeah, in the fuck, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Anyway, but I think people could outbox Tank, but it have to be like in the first 5 rounds. After that, he'll find a way to knock you out. But
by the 8th round, he always says that.
Yeah, I don't think Shakur will let that happen. Though. I think he can outbox.
Bro, Shakur.
Right. We can't turn this to a boxing pod. We can't turn.
Hold on. Just one last thing. Shakur never got hit by nobody that hits as hard as freaking Tank. If Shakur gets hit by Tank, it's lights out, bro.
Nobody hit that hard want to fight Shakur though. That's for a
Like
reason. I don't
the
know.
only thing that I give Shakur is Shakur. Even Tank, he corroborated this. They used to spar back in the days. They were sparring partners.
Yeah,
So
with Floyd.
yeah, and Tank always gave Shakur his props about his boxing skills because he got a high boxing IQ. So it's possible, but I just think that if Tank actually catch Shakur, I don't think he gonna be able to take that punch, bro. Because Shakur don't get hit a lot.
It's possible. That's true. That is true. I'll
Yeah,
agree with that.
yeah.
All
That's
right.
it. That's it for that. But yeah, thank everybody for joining us. Didn't mean to bore you out with boxing, but I really love boxing. That's my shit. But yeah, we'll catch y'all later. We'll catch y'all on the next spot.
All right.
Yeah,
Keto,
that's
if you're listening, you want to keep going for a few minutes on my channel or it wraps it up here?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right, cool.
Yeah, go ahead. Transition to the walkie-talkie pod if y'all want to listen to Ood and Kiddo argue about I don't know what.
recessive inheritance.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Bar was just quiet while they was talking about it. I'm like, yo.
I wish I could recede this conversation. Jeez.
All right, old
Like,
guy. I don't know. I still don't know who the freak that old guy is.
That can't be Udi, bro. I hit y'all. We got in the pot.
Yeah,
All right,
all
man. Peace out.
right, I'll catch y'all
All
later. Peace.
See.